5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. We are here on this lovely Thursday, just out of the blue, popping up because we wanted to be here. And as you can see, I am not alone. I got Sister Girl on film here to give us
Hey,
films from a sister's point of view.
that's me. That's me.
How you doing on this Thursday? You ready to talk about the Oscars, Sinners, monumental,
Hmm.
historic nominations?
Yeah, I am. Because I have thoughts about these nominations, how we got from the Golden Globes to now what we see here. So I have thoughts on this for sure.
And we are streaming on my channel and Sister Girl channel. So if you are here, make sure you drop down in the chat. Let us know your thoughts. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, do all the lovely things that, YouTubers need you to do. Pretty girl, Danny, thank you so much for being here in the live. Shout out to you.
Hey, Danny.
So I did this very last minute. I heard about these nominations at like 2 p.m. and I was like, Charlie, got to talk about this. I was like, Sister Girl, you want to talk about this?
I'm in there. I'm in there. Listen.
And then we were supposed to go live at 8:30 because I was just trying to think of a sweet spot moment. But then I was like, hey, I'm ready now. Let me just see if Sister Girl happened to be ready. She was ready, child. She was ready. So I have had thoughts about Sinners and to talk about being nominated at Oscars. There has been Oscar talk essentially since Sinners kind of debuted. People was, really talking about it. And when I say people, really, I mean black folk. Black folk was really like, oh, if Ryan don't win the Oscar, if Sinners don't get the Oscars. And I feel like I could have sworn we all collectively said the Oscars was a joke like 10 years ago. Like, I could have sworn we all collectively said, hey, if black folk win, congrats to them, but we don't really bank on that. We have had so many upsets when it comes to the Oscars, with black creators, black filmmakers historically. Um, we all famously know Halle Berry is like the only black actress to ever win Best Actress, like ever. No black director has ever won Best Director in like 98 years of the
Mm-hmm.
Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
the thing that kind of bothers me is I feel like the talk around black filmmakers, movies like Sinners, when it comes to the Oscars, it feels like collectively folks feel like, oh, when a movie is good enough, when we make a movie good enough, when we have a performance good enough, we'll get recognized. And I kind of feel like I don't like talk of like being the first black. I feel like if you're the first black anything in 2025, in 2026, the establishment should be ashamed. Like, that shouldn't be something to tout or be proud of. I
Right.
forget Buddy's name, but a black guy just won like the best actor for a TV series for that Apple show. And congrats to him.
Mm-hmm.
But the establishment should be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
you mean to tell me that in 98 years of the Oscars, and let's cut the first like 40 years, you know what I'm saying? I'll give y'all that. Let's cut the first like 40 years. You mean to tell me in 58 years of the Oscars and 50 years of the Oscars, no black director, no black filmmaker has ever done a good enough job and made quality work to get a Best Director nomination? No, none. Ryan Coogler is
Right.
the first talented black director worthy of, that's what that talk really bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Girl, how do you feel when it comes to even the beginning conversation? Like, did you see all of the conversations online and stuff about when Sinners dropped and everybody was kind of like, oh my God, this got to get the nominations. Coogler got to win. Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo. Shout out to Delroy Lindo. Okay.
Big
I
time.
feel like Delroy Lindo is one of those people that black folk know, but
Mm-hmm.
now the white
Mm-hmm.
folks is catching on. But
Right.
how do you feel when it comes to like the Oscar buzz for Sinners and all the hoopla around that? And I even saw someone say, "Oh, if Ryan Coogler win the Oscar, we're gonna have to talk about him different." Like, why do we need the Oscar validation? We should already be
Right.
talking about Ryan Coogler as one of the greatest filmmakers. But what are
Mm-hmm.
your thoughts on that?
Um, I definitely was probably in that chatter in regards to how I would like to see sinners recognized, because I think they deserve it. But I also understand the idea of like, why do we need validation from awards like the Grammys, the Oscars, the Emmys? Why do we need that? Because we just learned last year that the members of the Academy weren't even watching all the nominated films. So I'm like, what were you making your decision based on then? Because that's crazy. And so I think when that came out, it really tarnished for me like the reputation and the value of the Oscars from my standpoint. Now I'm not a filmmaker, so I can't speak to how it feels to have a acclaim, award like this, but I do think they deserve their recognition, but I don't know if that will change the validity of any of these actors and any of these, crew members because they still are bomb as hell, and that does not mean anything, because the Academy all of a sudden recognizes them too.
DeMarcus, thank you so much for being here in the live. Shout out to you. I thought I was tripping. I was like, wait, Nikki doing the same thing. Yeah, we live together. You're not seeing double. Paula, thank you so much for being here in the live. Shout out to you. I said 16, but then thought, nah, they'll be lucky to even get more than 3. And even then, is there any merit in their academy? I don't watch these shows anyway. It felt fishy to me. And I feel like here's
Mm.
the thing.
Mhm.
I completely understand. Like, I personally feel like, in general, unless it's academia, I'm not one for awards because I feel like, obviously, when it comes to something like the arts, that's very subjective.
Mhm.
Like, there are some people who love Sinners, there are some people who don't like it, there are some people, like, movies are very individualistic. Like, it's just your opinion. And unless people are literally doing the exact same role, I have no clue how you even compare roles. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I would give an award to the new kid on the block, Miles Canton. I would give an award to them. I would give, like, I would feel like everybody needing a damn award. But I feel like it is very normal and natural to want to be awarded for something. It is very normal and natural to want to be recognized by your peers, by other filmmakers. Um, but to me, it's not necessarily just the award. To me, it's the establishment the award is coming from. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, if this was
Mhm.
NAACP, I'd be like, hell yeah.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But just historically, looking at the Oscars and Black filmmakers, like I said, I mean, and I feel like I hate that no one really talks about the history of Black people and the Oscars. Like, I'm feeling like, did we all collectively forget about that whole Oscars so white movement that happened? Like, are the Oscars
Right.
suddenly not so white?
Mhm.
And it's just really insane to me that when I really looked at it, because I really didn't know. I know it's pretty spaced out. Like, typically we could get a best supporting win. It don't
Right.
happen a lot, but we can typically, Black folk can typically get a best supporting role award. But I could have sworn what you call it, Whoopi Goldberg had won an Oscar, but that was best supporting.
Right.
I did
It
not
was.
recognize until I was getting ready for this live that Halle Berry is literally the only Black actress to win. And really, we only got half the award because Halle Black and white. So we got
Oh,
half the award.
oh, enough. Don't do Ollie like that. Don't do my girl. Don't do my
I
girl
love
like
Halle
that.
Berry. But I'm just like, if I'm an actress, if I'm a Black actress, or if I'm the audience, if Halle Berry in 98 years is the only Black female actress to win the Best
Mhm.
Actress award, why do I care about this establishment? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why are the Oscars still prestigious? I'm not, like, that's not connecting for me.
Yeah.
DeMarcus, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Did y'all feel that Forrest Whitaker should have won an Oscar? Well, Forrest Whitaker did win an Oscar once, for Last King of Scotland, which is, I tell everybody to watch that movie. That movie is, I love Forrest Whitaker. But that's why I was like, when everybody is so, hype about the Oscars and Sinners, I was like, I could have sworn Black folk as a collective decided like 10 years ago. Samuel Jackson ain't never won an Oscar. We know we had a lot of upsets when it came to Angela Bassett and the Oscars. We had a lot of
Mhm.
upsets when it came to
Mhm.
Denzel Washington and the Oscars
Mhm.
before he won for Training Day. And even when he won for Training Day, which I don't agree with the commentary on this, but a lot of black folk weren't even happy he won for Training Day because they was like, well, why he had to be a crooked cop before he won? Which
Yeah, I hate
that's a
that
great role.
argument.
So I don't agree with
Yeah.
that commentary. But we've had so many snubs. The biggest snub, I literally remember the first time. Tell me if you remember this, sister girl. I remember the first time I decided not to take the Oscars and awards seriously. I was a kid. I was about 10 years old. Do you
Mhm.
remember the movie that Quentin Tarantino did, Jackie Brown?
I never watched it, but I do know the movie.
Not Holly Berry. Pam Grier
Mhm.
is in there, right?
Mhm.
Literally, she is Jackie Brown. She's
Yeah.
like love that movie. Love Pam Grier down. And I grew up with my mother always talking about Pam Grier. And that was my first time seeing Pam Grier in a movie was Jackie Brown when I was a kid. And I will never forget. They gave white dude, I can't even remember that actor name, but y'all know who Buddy is from the movie, who had that real monotone voice the whole damn movie. The white man gets an Oscar nomination, and Pam Grier doesn't. And it was like even Quentin Tarantino was upset. It was like the
Mhm.
biggest upset. Like, how is she not even nominated? Y'all
Mm.
bypassed her. And even recently, with Everything Everywhere All at Once, I love Jamie Lee Curtis, but I felt there was some validity to people being like, y'all give the award to the one white person in the movie. I'm like, I could have sworn as black folk, we collectively decided years ago that we don't care about this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
So I'm just
Mhm.
like, what? But
Yeah.
Sinners does have a historic 16 nominations. That is the most nominations for a film in Oscar history. I think the most was 14 for like Titanic or something like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, Sister girl, are the Oscars not so white no more?
Well, we'll find that out after these 16 nominations and see if any of those manifest into actual awards. But I do think that to some degree, I feel like the Oscars still give people like this idea of like this credibility, to someone's artistry. And it almost kind of feels like a demeasuring contest a little bit for me because it really is obvious when you have like the Oscar bait movies. You can tell when they're making them. You can tell like that's what they're going for, and they fall for a hook, line, and sinker, every single time. And so I think for me, the good thing about Sinners was that it was a passion project and it wasn't Oscar bait. And to me, that speaks volumes versus the idea of them just getting the accolades and all that, which they do deserve because again, this is like, a big deal, for those in Hollywood. So, I'm not gonna, piss on nobody's dreams, and their achievements, but I do wonder how this will impact not only black filmmakers, black actors, within Hollywood, but then also does this change the game in terms of horror films and how horror films are recognized when it comes to the Academy now? Because if Sinners if they walk away with a lot of awards, that could really also make a huge difference when it comes to the horror genre and maybe how people feel about submitting their films to the Academy moving forward. So I'm looking forward to see how that impacts things.
And that's my thing. So let's say Sinners wins all 16 awards, right? Let's say they
Mhm.
win all 16. Let's say
Mhm.
it's a historic night. Let's say Ryan
Mhm.
Coogler is the very first black director to ever win Best Director at the Oscars in 98 years. Does that change anything within the industry? Does that change anything for black filmmakers coming behind Ryan Coogler?
You know, I I don't think that it will. I think the reception that people had when it came to Sinners was the change. I think, with Ryan Coogler's career, I think how he has approached filmmaking has been the change within itself. But maybe if he wins best director, that will give directors maybe the confidence to know that their artistry will be recognized. Not that it should matter, but I think it will maybe send a message maybe to Hollywood that, like, we don't need slave films, to be recognized. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need a white savior in the movie to get the award. Like, the black folks can say the black folks, and that's okay too. So maybe that'll be the change. I hope.
Yeah, I love that you're so optimistic. I don't think it's gonna change shit. Because I think about Halle Berry winning Best Actress and her speech and her, shouting out Vivica Fox and really feeling like this was gonna change things. Child, they ain't gave it to a black woman since. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I personally, and I hate to say that, but I personally don't see any difference between when Halle
Mm.
Berry won prior, or like prior to her winning, versus after, when it comes to black actresses in Hollywood. Like, I think about somebody like Emma Stone, who I really like. I
Mhm.
really like her. But I think about the fact that she is able to get such meaty roles, different roles, unique roles. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
she's able to really expand and do such a range of things. Nia Long ain't been able to do a range like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like our black actresses still don't get stuff like that. I remember watching something with, I think it was Vivica Fox and Nia Long and a bunch of our black actresses talking about like being in Hollywood. And they were saying how they literally aren't even allowed in the room for a lot of these roles. So we're
Mhm.
not even in contention to even get a lot of the roles that the white actresses can get. So it's like we're not even in there. Like we can't even get in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just so crazy to me. Why? Hey, nigga, please, thank you so much for being in the live. Why can't we have our own Oscars and other award shows? And you know what? That's the thing that I always think about is when people talk about, oh, the Oscars is prestigious. It's a certain acclaim. It gives you a certain, validity. My thing is, do we not realize that we are the ones that gives things prestige? When I say we, I mean people. Like, if no filmmakers submitted their movies to the, because you have to submit your film
Mhm.
to be in
Mhm.
contention for this stuff. If no filmmaker, not one, submitted their film to the Oscars, if no filmmaker showed up to the, like, we're the ones who give things value and prestige. You know what I mean? If
Mhm.
no filmmakers gave the Oscars prestige, if none of the audience and the people who can make the decisions and the studios and the producers gave it prestige, it wouldn't have prestige. Like, so it's
Mm.
like, as much as black actors are still and filmmakers are still clamoring for the Oscars, we're making something prestigious that historically locks us out.
Mm.
So, and I feel like, me personally as a filmmaker, and I ain't even gonna lie, like, straight up, I don't know who makes the decision. I don't know if it's the director. I don't know if it's the studio. I don't know if it's the producer. I wouldn't even want my film in and not to say that I would ever even be on a level to even have my film even be considered to be submitted. But if I were in a position where I had a film and it did very well at the box office and it had a claim and people were saying, hey, we need to submit, I wouldn't want to.
Mm.
Because I'm going to snub you the same way you done snubbed everybody that look like me. And it's like, I think about all the black filmmakers before Ryan Coogler. Obviously, we have Antoine Fuqua, we have Spike Lee, we have John
Mhm.
Singleton, we have freaking Robert Townsend. You know what
Tyler
I mean? Like,
Perry.
we have Keenan Ivory Wayans. Like, we have so many. And it's like, you mean to tell me all these filmmakers, like, nobody was good enough?
Tyler
Nobody.
Perry.
Sister girl, please, please.
I didn't want you to ignore my Tyler Perry, okay?
I mean, we got Mario Van Peebles. We're going to pretend like you ain't even say TP.
Mhm.
But I'm
Mhm.
just like, and it just feels so, I honestly feel like it feels disrespectful to the
Mhm.
filmmakers that come before you to be like, oh, I'm the first black to. There's nothing, and I love Ryan Coogler. Sinners is great, but black people have made a lot of great films. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I personally feel like there's no greatness that Ryan Coogler has displayed that countless filmmakers that look like him have displayed. You know what I mean? Like, I hate the conversation of as if black people haven't done great movies and great work before.
Mhm.
But speaking of, let's get into 6 black directors that have been nominated for Best Director and the films they were nominated for, but all of them lost. The
Mhm.
Oscars have never, like, I really want people to sit with that. The Oscars have never, in like 98 years, I think this is the 98th Oscar, whatever it is, child, been about 90 years, child. They have literally never given a Negro the award for best director. Never. Like, I really want people to really let that soak in. Never. John Singleton, I think still to this day, is the youngest person to ever be nominated for best director. He was nominated for Boys in the Hood in 1992.
Mm.
And as somebody who only just saw Boys in the Hood for the very first time, phenomenal movie that I cannot believe he wrote and directed at like 20, 21, 22 years old. Phenomenal,
Mhm.
phenomenal movie. Definitely great direction. Lee Daniels was nominated in 2010 for Precious. I've never seen
Mm.
that trauma film. I don't want to.
Mhm.
I'll let y'all cry. Steve McQueen was nominated for Best Director in 2014 for 12 Years a Slave.
Mm.
Barry Jenkins was nominated. that Barry Jenkins was nominated in 2017 for Best Director for Moonlight.
Mhm.
Great direction. Jordan Peele was nominated in 2018 for Best Director for Get Out.
Mm.
And Spike Lee was nominated in 2019 for Best Director for Black Klansman. I cannot believe he wasn't nominated before Black Klansman.
Right, because
So,
Malcolm X exists, so I don't that movie exists, so there's
and that's
that.
my thing. He wasn't even nominated. Like, can
Yeah.
I at least get the motherfucking nomination? Can y'all just throw me in there? Like, I know you ain't gonna give it to me, but isn't that crazy? Like, isn't that correct? Those are the only. I'm like, y'all. This,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you mean to tell me? And when I say this, is no disrespect to Ryan Coogler, but you mean to tell me that Spike Lee, Jordan Peele, Barry Jenkins, Steve McQueen, John Singleton, you mean to tell me them brothers wasn't talented enough, didn't make great, worthy films to win Best Director? Like, no one did it until Sinners. And I'm just saying until Sinners. Sinners ain't even won Best Director yet, but,
Right.
you know, that's the
Right.
conversation that people are having.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
doesn't that kind of blow you away?
Yeah, as you were listing the films, I was in my mind, I was doing the calculations of like where 2 plus 2 was 4 and where did that make sense? And it didn't. And the reason why I said to 12 Years a Slave because in my mind I'm like I'm surprised that one didn't win. That was right up their alley. It's a slave movie with a white savior. Bingo. You know what I'm saying? I bet they was like, "We got this one." And they was like, "Nope, you don't even got that one." Dang, that's crazy. But I also think when you look at the films that you even, named, with the exception of maybe like Boys in the Hood, well,
I'm so
Boys in
surprised
the
that was
Hood,
nominated.
yeah. Well, not that I'm not surprised it was nominated, but because there are no white savior tropes in that.
Right,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
think
saying. Like, I'm surprised, especially because we know they weren't watching all the films. Like, I'm so surprised that was even on their radar.
Right, right. Well, and then considering like where the state of the country politically around that time, it makes sense that it was
Very true.
nominated. It
That's
makes
true.
sense. But when you think about Get Out, Black Klansman, I forgot some of the other ones that you named, but a lot of them were tackling like racism and all these, socio-political um issues. And I feel like a lot of times rewarding those films, maybe there's an idea of like, well, if we reward these films, maybe they'll keep making them, maybe they'll keep making these political movies, maybe they'll keep doing this. And I feel like it's almost like a way to punish these filmmakers of like, we'll dangle the carrot in your face, but maybe you just shouldn't be making these types of films, make us another The Blind Side. Do one of those. Why you can't make a little Negro boy from the hood that can't read or write or speak? Make a black Helen Keller film. Do that, and he's adopted by a black family, and then a white family, and then we'll give you the award. I feel like it's like a yes, we will acknowledge your little movie, but good luck getting an award. So that he kills the Klan at the end of Center. Spoiler alert. So will he be penalized for that? I don't know. I don't know. I just think there's an interesting common denominator in all those movies, except for 12 Years a Slave.
And see, that's exactly, I'm so glad you pointed that out, because that is exactly what I was thinking as I was looking at this. Every single solitary film that we had a black director nominated, it all tackles something racial. Like
Mhm.
every single one. Boys in the Hood, Precious, 12 Years a Slave, Moonlight, Get Out, Black Klansman. They literally, every single solitary film tackles race, something racial in some shape, way,
Mhm.
or form. Every single
Mhm.
solitary one.
Mhm.
And I don't necessarily agree with you gotta sleep with a white man to get off. Y'all be wildin'.
And I oop.
But I will say
Yeah.
there's obviously a certain narrative that they like to see. The people who make these decisions, there's a certain light in which they like to see black, people in the black stories that they like to
Mhm.
award. So let's also look at some black winners in general across the Oscars. Of course, somebody already put it in the chat, and I remember this happening in real time. 3-6 Mafia winning the Oscar for best song for her.
And on the side
Them
I
Negroes got
hear
up there so
the
hyped.
when you try to get this money for the rent, for the Cadillac and gas money spent, will cost a whole lot of bitches jumping shit. I hate that movie. I just want to put that out there.
I
I
will
hate that damn movie.
never forget that happening in real time, because I was like, everybody, we already know when they people be in the audience, they be so stuffy and baby, they got up there hype. I love to.
Mhm.
I remember that happening real. I love that.
Mhm.
I
And
love
Queen
seeing that.
Latifah
Of
gave him the
course,
award.
yeah. Of course, we know famously Hattie McDaniel. You
Mhm.
know, the Oscars was all she couldn't even go get an Oscar because she was black.
Right.
And everything was segregated. But
Mhm.
famously, Hattie McDaniel was the very first black person to win an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for Gone with the Wind. Sidney Poitier won Best Actor for Lilies of the Field. Sidney Poitier, that's an actor. Sidney Poitier be acting. That's an actor. Louis Gossett Jr. won Best Supporting Actor for An Officer and a Gentleman. Denzel
Mhm.
Washington won Best Supporting Actor for Glory, and he won Best Actor
Mhm.
for Training Day.
Mhm.
Whoopi Goldberg won Best Supporting Actress for Ghost. Cuba Gooding Jr. won Best Supporting Actor for Jerry Maguire. Now
Mhm.
look here, I'm a ride for black folk, but I gotta
However,
see the other nominees the year Cuba Gooding Jr. won for Jerry Maguire. And it's so funny. I actually just saw Jerry Maguire for the very first time in like December, and love Cuba in that movie. But I gotta see the other. Who else was? I don't know if that was
yeah, because
supposedly.
he should have won for Boys in the Hood as Trey.
See,
He should have
that's what I'm
won.
saying.
Yeah.
Like I would have gave it to Cuba for Boys in the Hood before I gave it to him for damn Jerry Maguire. Halle
Mhm.
Berry, of course, famously won Best Actress and is the only, like, I gotta keep driving this point home. Halle Berry is the only negress to ever win Best Actress. She won it for Monsters Ball. I remember watching that movie back in the day when it came out, and I was like, I don't get the hype. Like, she won for this, like,
Listen, this is probably so bad to
objectively.
say. This is so bad to say because it's a whole drama, a whole drama. When I tell you, me and my best friend was in the back of that movie theater crying tears, laughing,
On
baby.
Monsters
When
Ball?
when when she said, wait, make me feel good, baby. The tears. We could not stop laughing through that whole and yeah, Monsters Ball. That's yeah. I don't know why. We were young, but still, we cracked up through that whole movie. And that's what I remember of Monsters Ball, us laughing at everything. Her beating her little fat son. It's so dark. Why were we laughing at that? But it was funny to us. There was a lot of it was a very melodramatic film, in my
You
opinion.
know what I remember about Monsters Ball? I remember watching it and being like, now why the hell is Puff Daddy in here? Like, that was so random.
Sean, what you doing here?
That was the most random. That was more random than seeing Usher pop up in the damn horror movies he used to be. I was like, what is Puff
Very
Daddy?
random.
Y'all, oh, I swear, if y'all was there in time. Puff being in my, I was like, what the so weird. Jamie Foxx won Best Actor for Ray. Morgan Freeman won Best Supporting Actor for $1 Million Baby. Love that movie. Forrest Whitaker won Best Actor for The Last King of Scotland. Jennifer Hudson won Best Supporting Actress for Dreamgirls. And are we seeing a trend when it comes to black male actors versus black female actors? Monique won Best Supporting Actress famously for Precious. Octavia Spencer won Best Supporting Actress for The Help. I was watching some kind of biography on Octavia Spencer. They had my baby real typecast. Why they always had Octavia playing a damn maid? Like always.
Every time. All the time. Because she's a full figure black woman.
Ugh, irks my nerve. Lupita Nyong'o won Best Supporting Actress for 12 Years a Slave. Mahershala Ali won Best Supporting Actor for Moonlight, and he won Best Supporting Actor for that Green Book that Spike Lee famously didn't like. Daniel Kaluuya won Best Supporting Actor for Judas and the Black Messiah. Viola Davis won Best Supporting Actress for Fences. She had all that snot running out her nose. I'm sorry, if I'm the director, I gotta yell cut. Baby, clean her face up.
I got a question. Wait.
What?
Who was Daniel Kaluuya supporting? Wait a minute.
Because I think that's a film. From how I think they look at it, where they can consider all those like kind of central roles as all supporting. I don't think they was any kind of look. This is how I think they're framing it. I don't think they framed it where there's any lead in Judas and the Black Messiah. I think they framed it where like everybody, you know, Lakeith, everybody was just supporting actors. I mean, I think
the movie about Fred Hampton. Ain't it Fred Hampton?
Yeah, I think that's what he played.
The movie about him. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, because I'm just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Of course, the most prestigious wins for Black people was Jordan Peele winning Best Writing for Get Out, Spike Lee winning Best Writing for Black Klansman, Terrell McCraney winning Best Writing for Moonlight. Because of course we know the biggest, like highest honors at the Oscar: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Writing, Best Actor, Best Actress. Those are like the prestigious, like the big awards of the night. You know what I mean? But it's so crazy to me how we've had a couple, barely a handful of Black men win Best Actor, but we have only had one. And you know what I think also plays into it? I don't think it has anything to do with actually like saying, oh, we don't have any worthy to win. I also feel like the men are more likely to get more media roles, and they're more likely to get lead roles than the Black actresses. I think Black actresses do typically show up in supporting roles. Like, I can't really think of a Black actress who helmed a film. She led a film, and yeah, besides our like Black films, I'm talking about films that reach the Oscar level. I'm like, they don't write. That's why I was like, Halle Berry winning didn't really change a ton. They're not writing the roles for them, which is sad.
Even though Angela Bassett should have been nominated and should have, well, I don't know if she was nominated, but she should have won for What's Love Got to Do with It.
Yeah, I think she was nominated, but she didn't win.
Yeah, because that lady was Tina Turner.
Now that should have been, that was a snub. That's why I was like, I could have sworn Black folk collectively decided that the Oscars is a joke. Like,
yeah, you said that should have been the moment. That should have been it.
Like, Lupita should have won for Us. Angela Bassett should have won for What's Love Got to Do with It, and Black Panther. You know, I'm glad you brought up Lupita and Us playing them, because you know what's so funny to me is like with the Golden Globes. And everybody was upset. When I say everybody, I mean Black folk was upset that, you know, his name just escaped me. What's the little baby dating Kylie Jenner?
Timothée Chalamet.
Thank you. Everybody was upset because Timothée Chalamet beat out Michael B. Jordan for Best Lead Actor at the Golden Globes. And a big argument that I'm hearing for why Michael B. Jordan should have won is, oh, he played 3 roles, he played twins, he played 2 roles, and I get it, but to me, and I want to know how you feel about this. I don't think that's a valid argument. Do you know how many actors have played dual roles in the movie? Like, it's like the way people are talking about Michael B. Jordan playing twins, they're talking about it as if he's the first actor. And even in the same year as Sinners, we had multiple actors playing dual
Mhm.
roles and playing
Mhm.
twins. We have had actors do dual roles playing twins. We have had actors do dual roles playing like a younger, older version where, like they do makeup to make them. We have had so many actors play dual roles that I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's not a valid argument in my opinion for why Michael
Mhm.
B. Jordan should win. What do you think about the push that like Michael B. Jordan should be in the forefront when it comes to best lead actor for Sinners?
I don't think it should be because, he played multiple characters in the film, because going by that logic, then Michael Keaton should have won for Multiplicity. Because didn't he play 4 characters? And
That's
played them
what I'm
well.
saying.
That's one of my favorite movies. Please, played them well, okay? If we go by that logic. Um, but I do think his performance, this, in my opinion, in Sinners, this was the best I've seen Michael B. Jordan, because I'm not a huge fan of his acting. But I,
Same.
I feel like this was one of the first times that I feel like he wasn't just Michael B. Jordan in a movie, if that makes sense. I feel like he's the same character in almost all his movies. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but that's how I feel about his acting. But this was the first time where I really was like, "Okay, you did your big one. You did your big one." There's something about him and Ryan Coogler together that it works. I feel like Ryan knows how to direct him really well. So I think that should maybe be what we're basing it on, and not the fact that he played two and a half, two and a possible, characters, like you said, because a lot of actors, because Lupita, baby, being red, honey, she should have got all the awards because she did that. I forgot she was 2 characters in the movie. I knew he was 2 people. I was looking at you. But with Lupita, I kept forgetting that she was red and she was I forget her name, child. But yes, I don't think that should be the argument, honestly.
Van Damme did that all the time in the 90s. Look, Double Team was my movie. And then what was because I like the one where Van Damme was playing twins and the twins didn't know they was twins and he hooked up with the twin girlfriend is blonde. Like I love it. I used to be obsessed with Van Damme. But that's my thing. I be wanting to be like, y'all do know that Michael B. Jordan ain't like break new ground. Like he is not the first actor
Mhm.
to play multiple roles, to play twin roles. Like
Child. And then people was really dragging it. They were like, I could get the argument that he played 3 characters. I see where they're going with that. Obviously with the
yeah,
2,
because
and
they
then
say
with
he played Smokestack and then the vampire version.
right, right. But then some I saw in a thread somewhere on social media, somebody was like, well, technically he played, what did he say, like 5 characters, because he played Smoke Stack, and then he played Stack the vampire, and then he played Smoke when he was with his woman, and then he played Stack. Shut your ass up. What the hell is you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? What? What? And they was really like, people was going there like, y'all just don't get it. Y'all not. No, you don't get it. And if this is what the hell you talking about, I don't want to get it. Leave it over there. Played 5 characters. I will slap the hell. Not Eddie Murphy. You
I mean,
ain't
if that's the
lying.
criteria, they right. He was everybody at the damn table, I think.
Listen, and Coming to America. This was the first time he played that little white Jewish man. I didn't know it. Listen, come on.
Yo, I will never forget that run where Will Smith was trying his damnedest to win an Oscar. He had what was he had that the concussion, Pursuit of
Mm,
Happiness, what 8 pounds. Like he was trying. Oh, Will was trying. But that's my thing. I'm just like, why? I just like I said, I absolutely understand and know that it is very natural to want to be awarded, to want to be
mhm.
recognized, but why by the like I don't understand why it is the Oscars that particularly melanated folks like clamor so hard for like
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Y'all gotta leave Halle Berry alone.
To be honest. Yeah, and you see how you laughing? That's how we was in the back of the theater. He said, he said, "Say what now?" Oh hell no! What is we watching?
Oh my god. Hey, Anakin, thank you so much for being here in the live. Shout out to you. You know what? I'm mad I know what that is.
Oh, I don't. So I don't get the
You know
joke.
what it is.
I don't get the joke. I don't get it. Ain't nothing
But
about that.
this is kind of what I was talking about earlier, where this is just me personally. If I'm the first black anything, woman anything in the year of 2026, that's not, to me, it's not something to be proud of. Like, the establishment should be ashamed. Sinners DP makes history as first woman of color nominated for cinematography at the Oscars. You mean to tell me in 98 years of the Oscars, and you notice they didn't say black, they said woman of color. So that includes black folk, Asian folks, Hispanic. You mean to tell me? And that's my thing when I see stuff like this. Either white people are that much more talented than everybody else, or we got a problem with the establishment. And I'm leaning towards that's why I'm like, I don't understand why we, people of color, black folk, are still clamoring for stuff like this. Like, that's why I said, like, I hate the way it seems we feel about ourselves, because the conversations I'm seeing are like, once we're good enough, once we make something great enough. And it's like, we already have those. Like, we already have. You can't tell me Ernest Dickinson shouldn't have won best cinematography at some point. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, we have already done good enough, but I also feel like it shows the disparity of how often we are even in these positions. Like, we don't have a ton of black people behind the camera. We don't have a ton of women cinematographers. But I'm like, to me personally, I would be like, of course, gracious, thank you for awarding me, but that's not something I would be proud of. And I personally would have to call out the establishment. Like, do you remember like a few years ago, Tiana Taylor was like the first black woman on the color of like Swimsuit magazine. It was Maxim. It was one of those like Maxim magazine, Swimsuit magazine. She was the first black woman either on the cover, or you know how they have like the most beautiful. It was one of those. Cause does anybody remember that? Do you remember that? And she was hype about it. The magazine was hype, and all of course all the black folk was hype. And I remember looking at that like, so ain't no black woman being beautiful before? That's not nothing I would be proud of. Like, I could see if this was 1972, be proud of that shit. But in the year of the millennium, I don't know. That's crazy to me. Like, how do you feel? Like, how would you feel about being awarded or in any position where you're the very first black or the very first woman in 2026? And like, how would you feel about that? Like, how do you feel when people are giving stuff like that, or not giving, I won't say giving, earn stuff like that, and they kind of tout it and this is the first black, this is the first woman. Like, how do you feel about stuff like that?
I would still be proud to get my little award. Give me my flowers and please and thank you. But then I would also be very aware of but why am I the first? Like, what was going on? Like, I know I did my shit, no shade, but also there were others before me that also did, if not better, so that I could be in this position. So, I feel like it would be a double-edged sword of like, yes, I am proud because I worked hard for it. So I'm not going to invalidate my own awards and things like that. But then I can also still say, but damn, I shouldn't have been the first. I just should have been one of many that should have won this award at this point.
That makes sense. You're right. Yeah, give my award. You know what? You're right. We got to put more stock into our awards, and the celebrities have to actually show up. And I ain't gonna lie, I be with black people and they be like, hold on now, why Beyonce and Jay-Z show up to the Grammys and not the BET Awards, not the NAACP? I'm sorry, but I'm with that crowd.
Because now listen, we're not gonna act like Beyonce didn't. Now I don't know what happened since then, and low key, there seems to be a correlation between when BET got sold off and to when she stopped showing up. Because Beyonce used to be at them BET Awards, baby. She was there, honey, and we was tuned in. And I think, when they did when they got sold to Viacom, I'm not our good sis, the budget increased, but she was like, and I'm out of here. But I think also, even in Cardi B's recent album, she has a line on the album where she says something like, "I got the Grammys, you got a BET award," or something like that,
See, that's what.
where
And
she's like disparaging the BET awards. And
that's
so
a person of color.
right. And so I feel like those awards, they are important. To me, they are important. Like I think that they are valuable. And I think a lot of Black artists and Black actors and Black people in Hollywood, I think they do value those awards. I feel like it is the people, the audience, who questions it, and those people who put priority on things like the Grammys, and the Academy Award, because you'll hear some of these actors talk about how proud they were to get their Image Award, or they got their Soul Train Award, or they got their, all those different awards, and that means a lot to them because they're being recognized in their community. And so I think it's more of the audience questioning it, like, why, dang, you got a BET award but you didn't get, a Grammy. Like, girl, I don't mean nothing.
The
Get you my
Oscars
BET
are
award.
irrelevant. They prefer mediocre films. That's why good films never win. And you know what? This sentiment is also, I was like, I could have sworn we just all collectively was like, we don't put a lot of stock into awards. Whether it's MTV Video Music Awards, Grammys, Oscars. Like, do you know how many times the audience doesn't agree when somebody gets, like, we be like, it's like an upset. Like, Kanye
Mhm.
West famously, Beyonce had the greatest video of all time. Do you know how many people, like, that was some rude ass shit, but do you know how many people was literally thinking, like, we were all collectively thinking, why the hell did Taylor Swift just win this over Beyonce? We were all collectively thinking that. There have been so many times where the audience, it's a disconnect, and we're always like, no, this was the best album. No, this was the best. No, that's why I was like, I could have sworn, like, why are we still putting so much stock? Like I said, great if you win, but I could have sworn, like,
yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. It was a whole thing. It was a whole uproar. That people were the Will Smith and them was boycotting and all that stuff, and then 2 years later they was there in the front row.
Now that pissed me off, and I love Jada down. That made me mad because I was like, hold on, baby, yo, gotta stand 10 toes down.
Yeah.
Then you can't boycott because you don't get it, but then when you get it, you should. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Talking about y'all still boycotting? Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
And speaking of the Oscars, let me take this time. We it's a lot going on in the world right now. And I gotta say something real important. Will Smith went wrong for slapping Chris Rock.
And wouldn't.
Since we talk about the Oscars,
get him again.
I remember I woke up, saw that was the big, and I went back to hell to sleep. Like, man, if I'm mad y'all was treating Will Smith like he was motherfucking Tupac. Y'all was treating Will Smith like he Suge Knight, like he was running around terrorizing niggas. Child, that really, I feel like that should have taught everybody a lesson. Like, you can literally have the most squeaky clean, and let's not act like it's easy for celebrities to maintain, and I ain't saying that's who you are in real life, but to maintain a squeaky clean image for like 30 years, that's not hard. That's a hard feat. They was talking about Richard Gere was putting gerbils in his behind in the 90s. Like, we done had a lot of crazy stuff come out when it comes to celebrities. Y'all ain't never caught Will Smith doing nothing. Y'all actually used to clown Will Smith for being corny and being lame, but all of a sudden he turned into a thug because he smacked Chris Rock.
And quiet as kept. I read his book. Will been that. He been like that. He just wasn't showing y'all that, but he been slapping up. You know what I'm saying? So
but that's why I was like, let me say it correctly: maintaining a squeaky clean public image, like that man been a jolly freaking Kool-Aid man since I was a child, and I'm like, sister girl, they was treating him like he was shook. They was treating him like he was public enemy number one. Like,
yeah, baby, them white women was clutching their pearls. I just felt so in danger. It was, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if there were going to be gang members in the audience. I didn't know. Girl, please. He smacked Chris in the mouth. He needed it. He did needed that smack. Y'all are, and then he went and sat down. Hey,
He actually did it in a very prestigious way. He
did.
went to his target, smacked him, and sat down, and continued the like.
He did. He did.
That's the way you smack somebody.
He did. That's what you're supposed to do.
I feel like, child, I done seen folks smack for less.
Right. Because he could have drug him across that stage. Quiet as cat. He could have just drug. He could have wore his out.
Because my man, y'all have to cut the commercial.
He just said, "I'm
drag on, baby."
That's it. He said, "Okay, I will."
That shit was so funny when he said that. That was the funniest joke Chris Rock done told in 20 years when he said that.
Okay, I will.
Hey, you said it exact the way he said will. Like, when I tell you, if that trauma, don't let me be a celebrity. Because if that's traumatizing niggas, don't let me be a celebrity. And the thing to me that was so crazy around the time when that happened is I feel like people were saying the dumbest shit. I remember I was like kind of taken up for it, like I am now, just like, because I'm going to be funny, but I'm being for real. And the person going to say to me, because, I forgot what I said. I said, man, I done did worse in my life. And they going to say, well, did you ever do it on national television?
If I had the chance.
I ain't never been on national television, you dummy. Like, so no, I've never done something on national television because I ain't never been on national television. Listen, like, what kind of argument is that?
That's crazy. Listen, I tell people, if you want to clown, that's fine. I can pitch the tent wherever we at and we can put on a show. That's fine. I ain't got to take it outside. You want to clown on that stage? We can be the Ringling Brothers. Let's go ahead and we both gonna clown because no. And I mean, he was making these jokes about his wife on national TV. So you're gonna be corrected on national TV. And it is what it is.
People wherever you make the joke at is where you get smacked at.
Yeah. Right. I ain't gonna wait for later. I might calm down later.
In the pulpit, you gonna get smacked in the pulpit.
I don't want to calm down. I want to work off this energy right now. So I got to deal with this while I'm hot. I'm hot and ready. Let's go.
Chat, they thought a shootout was going.
They did. They thought they was at the Source Awards. They
act like Will Smith was up there tossing gang signs. Like, I mean, I will never I felt like I was in a parallel universe. Because how is y'all treating Willard Smith like he Suge Knight? Like,
did you ever watch the Boondocks?
Yeah.
They thought they was at the Source Awards with Thugalicious when they was fighting in the crowd and they was throwing chairs. I thought that was what was happening out there, the way they was clutching their pearls.
Girl, I just we talk about the Oscars, so because I feel like Will Smith will always be Will Smith in my eyes, but I do feel like his career ain't been the same kind of sense. He did have a big hit with the Bad Boys sequel, but it ain't been the same. His public image hasn't been the same, and it's so ridiculous to me. It's and Chris Rock of all people, y'all act like he smacked somebody that was like you know like that you know that celebrity that like everybody loved. Yeah, that was Chris motherfucking Rock. Like if y'all don't shut the fuck up. Yeah. Now, if he got up there and he smacked somebody that we like, if he smacked Denzel, if he smacked somebody that black folk collectively like love, then I could kind of hear a little bit. But baby, he smacked Chris motherfucking Rock. Right. He smacked. Like, come on.
Yeah, they definitely they drug it. They really did.
Very bad.
Like they act like he went up there and slapped Stephen Hawkins. Now, if he had done that,
like
now Will. But Chris Rock, yeah, he done been smacked in the mouth before. I just know it.
And should have been. And should have been.
Smack.
He should have been smacked for doing that stupid movie on black women hair. They should have smacked him for that. Mm-hmm. Had Will sat there and did nothing, they came for him anyway and calling him soft. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That part.
I have
He
the
act
visual
like he
in
was
my
up there
head.
smacking Viola Davis. Like, calm
Right.
down.
He smacked that snot bubble out her nose and fences.
I'm sorry. I literally cannot watch that movie because of that
Yeah.
scene. Like,
Yeah.
director, call cut, clean her muffin nose up. Like, I can't.
They gave authenticity. That's how she won that
I
that
don't want.
Academy
I don't hear
Award.
that. I don't want to hear that. I done cried in my. I done ugly Kim Kardashian cry. I ain't never had snot. Go. I would get tissue and blow my nose while I'm crying and yelling at
Listen,
you. Like, no,
listen.
it was
Yes.
falling out of her mouth. Oh,
If
God.
the MTV Movie Awards were still at like their peak, at like their best, they would have gave that snot bubble an award. Remember they
Yes.
would do stuff like that?
I used to love the MTV Movie Awards. Yes, they would give awards like that. They absolutely Viola, and she would have went up there just like Halle Berry getting her Razzie. I'm sure she would have got up there and been like, "Thank you to the congestion."
They would have gave her the best award for best snot cry. They would have gave it to her. We need to bring that back. Bring those award shows back.
Yes, like, and see, that's kind of the stuff I could get, like, where it's like fun. Like, I like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get, we're gonna start wrapping this up because I didn't think we'd be here for the whole hour, child.
You know, when you're having a good time, you're having a good time.
We are going to get into some of the nominees of the different categories and just kind of give our opinion. So nominees for Best Picture, we have Bugonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Train Dreams. Now, my humble opinion, I don't see Sinners winning Best Picture. I personally don't. I want to say Hamnet, but they also don't really give these to female directors either.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm leaning towards Hamnet, but that's a female director. So I'm really probably going to say, you know who I think going to take it? I think Paul Anderson is going to take it for One Battle After Another.
Mm-hmm.
People are really going up for that. If not that, maybe Train Dreams or Marty Supreme. Though I feel like Train Dreams and Marty Supreme are the movies you were talking about where you can tell that they wanted to get an Oscar. But who do you think? Do you think that Sinners has a chance, or do you think one of the other movies will take it?
I think it's going to be One Battle After Another. I think because of the political climate that we're in right now, that the Oscars love to do stuff like this. They love to give films awards that really speak to like what's happening like politically in the world. And I think because it does touch on, what's happening now to some degree, I think it'll win. I'll be shocked if it doesn't, honestly.
How Toni Collette not win for Hereditary? Slobber Knocker, that's also a good point that I forgot to point out, is not all we've been talking more so about Black filmmakers historically with the Oscars, but also horror genre historically with the Oscars. They pay horror does, just like they played the Negress and the Negroes does. And you know what I noticed though? When Sinners came out, all the publications was calling it a horror movie. Now that Sinners is Oscar nominated, they're calling it a supernatural. I was like, hold on now, because y'all was calling it a horror just last year. But the articles I've been seeing today talking about the nominations, calling it a supernatural drama. Hold on now.
Listen, I have spoken about this over on the Sister Girl on Films during the Friday Night Friday, because we talked about Toni Collette and her not getting her things for Hereditary, and I talked about how if these filmmakers wanted to submit their stuff, they got to do it under drama. Like they're gonna have to like be real like stealthy about how they submit their work, because if you just like it's a horror, they're like, well, we don't have a place for that, so it's just gonna be best cinematography or whatever. But if they switch it up and play a little wordplay, but it's a action drama, okay, well we can go with that. So yeah, because I'm looking at F1, I'm like, how the hell you get up here? So
I'm sitting like, and you know what? When I was looking at the nomination, I was like, a movie came out called. I was like, oh yeah, the kid from Snowfall. Like, I feel like that movie came and went. I was like, oh yeah.
How you here? So I feel like that's another part of it, is that some of these filmmakers have learned how to play the game and how they submit their stuff, and the horror makers are gonna have to play the game. It's a drama. It's an allegory for and fill in the blank.
And I feel like that's kind of the conundrum, because horror is a very popular genre, right?
Mhm.
The top movies making money at the theater for the past, like, man, a good solid 10 years has been horror. Horror has become very popular. I remember I actually did a live on my channel a few years ago that compared the box office of like 2003 versus 2023. And it was like no horror movies in the top 10
Mm.
at the box office. And then you fast forward, and most of the movies in the top 10 at the box office is horror. And
Mhm.
I don't like filmmakers like Ari Aster, who wrote and directed Hereditary,
Mhm.
because he's one of those filmmakers that kind of disparages horror, talk about how much he don't like horror, but you did a horror. But he didn't
Right.
want to do a horror film. He wanted to do a family drama. But you know what was easier to get funded? What was a horror. But the
Mhm.
conundrum is you're not gonna get no respect from the Academy doing a horror.
Right.
And I love
Mhm.
Hereditary. I was actually late to that movie because I'm not one for the little stuffy, elevated horror, as y'all like to call it. But that's a phenomenal film. That's a phenomenal film. Nominees for directing, and we already went through this, but I'm gonna say it again because I gotta hammer it home. No black person has ever won Best Director in like 98 years of the I'm finna say the Grammy of the Oscars. We have Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. We have Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and of course the blackity black Ryan Coogler for Sinners. And
Mhm.
that is something I love about Ryan Coogler. Anytime you see that man talk, I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
I
And
love his Oakland
I love that
accent.
he hasn't tried to like cover up or change his accent. Love that about Ryan. Um,
Mhm.
I personally think either Paul Thomas Anderson is going to win for One Battle After Another, or it may be a historic moment where Chloe Zhao wins for Hamnet. Like I said, they don't really give it to women. But those are my two. I do not see Ryan being the very first Negro to win Best Director. Who do you think is going to take home for Best Director?
I think they're gonna give it to Ryan. I think they're gonna give it to Ryan. Um, the Academy, it's a little dicey, from what I hear. I ain't part of it, but from what I hear. But I think because of how much buzz was around Sinners, how much conversation has been around Sinners, and this is a great opportunity for the Oscars to kind of make itself seem like it's standing out and it's progressing, that will also boost ratings, that they will give it to Ryan Coogler. Whether they
Because
think
I
he
have
deserves it or not,
seen
I
a
think they
lot
will.
of black folks saying, "Oh, now I'm gonna tune in to the Oscars because Sinners got 16 nominations." And they may do Ryan like Halle Berry. I'm gonna give y'all Negroes this one award, and we ain't gonna never get to you again.
Right. And
So you
Hush.
know what? You could be right. You could be right.
They need to
Um,
change it to the And Hush Award goes to
exactly. Now,
Here
now the
damn.
Negroes can hush and stop saying we don't give them nothing. We gave y'all this. Horror genre is better than most genres, to be honest. Hey, you preaching to the choir. The number one genre that I have watched the most in my entire life has been the horror genre. I didn't even watch cartoons and kid movies when I was little. I was watching horror movies. I'm right there with you, brother. Or girl. So I don't know who you is. I don't know why I said the name made me want to say brother. No disrespect if you're not brother. I
That's
don't know why your
fine.
name made me say that. Nominees for actor in leading role. Timothy. We know Timothy been wanting that motherfucker. I'm like, Timothy, shut the fuck down. And I actually like Timothy Chalamet. Bones and All was my movie. I love that movie down. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. And The Secret Agent, Wagner. I personally I'm not even a big fan of One Battle After Another, but one thing that stands out are the performances. I would absolutely give it to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mhm.
I had a conversation just the other day actually with my aunt about Tiana Taylor winning the Golden Globe, and then she popped up in Rip, and I was like, why the fuck is Tiana Taylor? And I love Tiana Taylor. She's not a good actress to me. I feel like when I see Tiana Taylor, now she ain't as bad as Common. Common gonna ruin the motherfucking scene. If you, that is the most stiff ass, dry ass actor I've ever seen in my life. To me, Tiana Taylor, for me, she doesn't. Every time I see her, she's Tiana Taylor. Every movie, when I see somebody like a Leonardo DiCaprio, like a Sean Penn, I feel like I saw them in a way I've never seen them when I saw One Better After Another. I feel like Leonardo really took on and presented a whole new character. I don't think Tiana Taylor does that. But she's neither here nor there. But that's just my example of like why I would want Leonardo to win. And if I'm not mistaken, Leonardo gets snubbed a lot at the Oscars. I really think it is time for him to get his Legacy Hush Award.
Yeah, no.
Who do you think? Let me say this. Hold on, before I go to Sis Girl. I love black folk. I am a black person. I am a 2 black parents, 4 black grandparents, black person. I don't want Michael B. Jordan to get it. And I know Negroes don't really get the Oscar for lead. We already saw earlier. Literally, we can count on one hand. But Michael of all the actors, the black Bokeem Woodbine, like all the amazing black actors. I don't want it to be Michael. I'm so sorry. Michael, for me, no. But go ahead. And I know I'm gonna get hate mail because y'all love Michael B. Jordan down. I'm not on the train. Much respect for the brother, but I don't want it to be him. But who you got, Sister Girl?
Yeah. I think they'll give it to Timothy Chalamet. I think
all his talking, he gonna finally get it.
I just kind of feel like usually, whatever happens at the Golden Globes typically happens at the Oscars. I think they gave him the Golden Globe. He's gonna get the Oscar. I'll be surprised if he doesn't get it. I think Leonardo DiCaprio will. I definitely don't see Michael Jordan. Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Well, that is his name,
right? Getting the award. I don't, but I think it's gonna be between Timothy Chalamet and Leonardo DiCaprio.
And also just the role in general. I still don't think Michael B. Jordan is a good actor. I think he overacts a lot, but he did respectable in Sinners. He did good, but the range, when I think of best actor, I think like I just felt like I was literally captivated with Leonardo in One Better After Another, and I ain't even like that movie. Yeah. I was mesmerized. Like I was so engrossed in him, Benicio del Toro. I hate how they did Baby Regina Hall. I feel like they cut a lot of her scenes out of the damn movie. I don't know what happened. But I didn't feel that way with Michael B. Jordan. I felt like I enjoyed Michael as a part of the whole. You know what I mean? Like one of the ingredients that makes it an enjoyable moment. But I feel like I liked Leo. Like I like he killed that shit.
Yeah. Leo didn't win for The Revenant?
Huh?
Leo didn't win for The Revenant?
Let me check this because I know he historically gets snubbed.
I think he was not. He might not have. I know he was nominated. If he didn't win, he should have, because the way that long ass movie, he had me engrossed in that movie.
Okay, he has had tons of nominations, and his only win was Best Actor for The Revenant in 2016.
Okay, I'm about to say if he didn't win for The Revenant, I know something, because he did that. Okay.
You know what? You wrong, pretty girl. I don't care for Michael either, but yeah, Kylie and her mama might have bought Timothy that award. You know what?
I bought it.
But you know what? That's a flex. Because what the hell can I buy my man? Kylie buying her man an Oscar. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I really want Leonardo to get it. But hey, it might be Timothy. Nominees for actress in a leading role, and I gotta point out, it ain't nan niggers in the category. It ain't nan niggers. Jesse Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson, Song Blue, Rennet for Sentimental Value, Emma Stone for Bugonia. When I tell you, they be giving Emma Stone the Oscar like they handing out candy. They be just throwing Oscars at that girl. But I don't think she's gonna win this time. She's the favorite. Like I said, they be tossing. She's the youngest actress right after what's the white lady? Meryl Streep. She's the youngest actress after Meryl Streep to have the most either nominations or wins at the Oscar. She has a few Oscars, but I honestly don't know with this one. I mean, it's all white women.
It is.
They gonna give it to some white woman. I don't have a dog in this fight. You know what? I'm just saying Emma Stone to take it again, but I don't really have a dog in this fight. Do you have anyone that you think is gonna win Best Actress?
I can't lie. I'm not gonna pretend like I've seen any of these movies. And that's one of the things that loses me with the Oscars. I'm like, what the hell? I had to look it up. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. That's a movie. I had to look it up. I said, that's something that's going on. And it don't like it was very good. And Conan O'Brien is in it. It's a comedy
People
drama.
was raving about If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. That was a big movie last year.
Champlin.
I love you.
Not a comedy drama. Okay. That feels like an oxymoron. It's a comedy drama. Isn't that just a comedy? But
like
okay.
dark comedy.
Right. Because ain't that what it's called? A dark comedy? Now it's a comedy drama. And boom. See, y'all, when I tell y'all, they be trying to finagle how they label these films. Because if it's a dark comedy, it really wouldn't have been up here. But a comedy drama, now she nominated for an Oscar. I couldn't get the word out. But since I don't really have a clue of how any of these women did, I'm gonna just go with the one I like the most, as you know, as a person that I don't really know like that. Kate Hudson. I enjoy Kate Hudson so much.
I like Kate Hudson.
I'm gonna go with Kate. I want Kate to get the award. Shit. I love me some Emma too, but like you said, they didn't gave her too many. Girl, sit down. Kate, go and get your award. So yeah.
Jessie Buckley has won Critics' Choice and Golden Globe. She's sweeping. Now, if she won, because I wasn't familiar with who won Best Actress at those two, but typically, yeah, like Sister Girl said earlier, normally, you know, it's typically it's the pipeline to the Oscar, and Hamnet is a huge movie, and that's also why I was like, I think Hamnet might take it for Chloe Zhao for either Best Picture or Best Directing, but I don't, because they don't give it to women like that. So I'm like, I don't know. But hey, I'd be happy for Jessie Buckley to win the award though. Nominees for film editing. You know what? Editing isn't I don't have a big eye like where it really bothers me as the audience unless it's bad editing. I was actually just watching a movie the other day that had a ton of cut to black in the end. I was like, what is it? It's so jarring. Like
it was a Tyler Perry movie, wasn't it?
Huh?
It was a Tyler Perry movie, wasn't it?
I don't watch no motherfucking Tyler Perry. It was not. It was a horror movie.
Because baby, he'll hit us with one of these real quick.
Like that is such a dated, like I hate that. It's jarring, it feels dated. It was actually a Spanish horror film. But the movie I would give it to, honestly, because I think they had really good transitions and it was very smooth. I thought the pacing worked. I would go with Sinners. Like, I do think Sinners would be a top contender when it comes to film. I feel like they wouldn't have no problem. Let me see if the editor is if the editor is white. Oh, I really feel like they'll give it. Hold on, you go ahead and tell me who you think would win this one.
Let me look at the race of the person
see if the editor is white.
I would probably go with F1. I think editing a film where you have like cars going at like a crazy speed and being able to do that seamlessly is pretty impressive. Now I won't front Sinners. You know, I feel like for film editing, it's pretty solid, but I will go with F1. I feel like they did a great job of like making you feel like you're there in, you know, what's happening. Yeah. F1.
The editor for Sinners is white. So I would say Sinners. They would have, because then they could say we gave the Negro film an award, but hey, we gave it to a white person. So like they could be able to kind of kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna go with Sinners. I would say my runner up. I do agree with you when you was talking about F1, even though I haven't seen the movie, but editing footage like that, My runner up though would be One Battle After Another, especially after editing for the first time with my short film. Like, I feel like the one thing that can really kind of kill a film when you talk about pacing is the editing. Like the way you organize stuff, how you choose which footage to show, as far as like when they get like scene coverage and you got to figure out what actor in the conversation, like that can really mess with a movie's flow.
Mhm.
And with One Battle After Another, following so many characters and having a lot of transitions, I would say them up. But I really think Sinners will be a good contender for film
Yeah.
editing, and I think that's one of the ones that they don't televise. Child, they'll get at the Sinners.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and Designated, you make a good point because they were stomping old boy out to the beat. They really, you are not wrong when they was pale, pale moon. They were stumping him out to the pale moon. They were. They actually were. You're not wrong about that. That's a fact.
Nominees for visual effects. You know, I saw something so funny. It said Avatar movies make $1 billion, but don't nobody watch them. I don't know. Like, why is Avatar like the? I ain't never seen an Avatar movie in my life. I don't care about those movies
Never.
ever. And I'm all for the rainforest and the planet. I think that's what it's about, but it doesn't draw me. It doesn't move me. Like, I'm just not interested. And I really hate that Buddy don't want to do nothing but them Avatar movies for like the last 20 years. Just like,
He was locked into a 360 deal. He had
he
to,
must have been. He must have sold his firstborn, because I'm like,
he had
he
to
ain't
do it. He
made
had to do it.
nothing else in 20 years. You know who I would give it to for visual effects? The Lost Bus. If y'all aren't familiar, The Lost Bus is a movie with Matthew McConaughey and America Ferrera that tells the true story of like this crazy wildfire they had in California. Baby,
Oh,
I don't know how they filmed that movie in a practical way. I'm talking about the whole set was on fire.
I never
The
seen
way
that.
they did that movie with that fire, with those kids, with the embers, you could literally, you know how you see a movie and you can see like the heat in the air,
Mm-hmm.
like the air look hot. You see the little ripples. I would give visual effects to the Lost Bus. When they was actually driving that bus through a freaking, like, the city was on fire. I thought it was immaculate. It looked real. I don't know if it was like, it seems to my uneducated eye, it was a mix of like CGI, but it literally looked so freaking good. Yo, I felt like I was in the fire. I felt like I was on the Lost Bus. That's who I would give it to. And don't send hate mail. Somebody who watches horror a lot. And I always say, I'm not a snob when it comes to effects. I'll take bad effects. I'll take cheap effects in my horror. Like, I'm not a snob when the Sinners effects look good, but went top tier for like the horror part. When we get to the actual like vampires and carnage, I've seen better. My vote would be for the Lost Bus. Who do you think would win for visual effects?
I mean, the way you just described the Lost Bus, I think it should be the Lost Bus. I ain't even seen it, but the way you described it, I'm like, well, give it to them. Nikki said it was good, so I'm gonna go with the Lost Bus. Although I feel like Avatar will probably win because at this point, Avatar is just there for the visuals, so they'll probably win. But it sounds like it need to be the Lost Bus. So I
And
don't
you
know who
know
get
what?
it.
It's so funny you say that, because you're right. Avatar is all about like the new technology that they using to like. But I'm like, if y'all don't get Avatar the fuck up out of here, you know what? Are there any fans of Avatar? Because I swear, I feel like I agree with what I saw online. Like, that movie makes $1 billion, but nobody is a fan of the.
Yeah.
Is there any fans of Avatar here?
I watched the first one when it
Are you
first
a
came
fan
out.
of it?
I haven't watched. I didn't even know there was more than one sequel.
See?
It was like 10 years after the first one that they came with the second one, and I'm like, who cares? But the first one, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful to look at, and I enjoyed it. But I haven't returned to the franchise at all. I said, somebody said Avatar 3. I said 3. I guess this is the third one. Okay, that's right. You right.
Yes, Lost Bus was good. It was really good. Nominees for cinematography. Now, this is something that I love cinema. Like, Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams. Now, for me, and I'm not even the biggest fan of Sinners. Like, I liked it, but it wasn't my top 5 even of last year. I would give cinematography Oscar to Sinners. That movie is immaculate. You hear me? I mean, I can literally think of like 10 scenes in 2 seconds that pops up that I'm like, you could frame that. I love the scene, first of all, of just the landscape. When they're like in that car, you see the landscape, and even the landscape at the top of the film when Ramit jumps, you know, in front of the camera and runs to the house. The scene towards the end where Michael B. Jordan and Miles Canton is like holding each other in the water, and you got the sunrise, like that shit look flawless. You hear me? Fucking flawless. Now, do I think Sinners is really going to sweep or win a lot? I don't. And if they don't win, do I think it'll be a snub? I honestly don't. It will be a snub if Sinners doesn't get best cinematography. Like, none of these movies, like I'm talking about. And also the feat of, they weren't just filming on film. They were filming on different types of, like, come on now. We got to give it to Sinners. Who you got?
Sinners, hands down. Sinners is a beautiful film, and we can't ignore the fact that they were filming highly melanated people, and they looked beautiful. Highly melanated people at night, and they did not mess it up. You know, you'll see that in movies. You'll be like, "Where do black folks go?" There they over there. You know why? I feel like I need to fix that lighting, but it's beautiful. One of the scenes for me that stands out was near the opening when Sammy was done with he had got to the cotton fields early and worked his shift and was going back, and that pan out of like the cotton field and like the sunrise. Gore. I said, "How dare you make a cotton field look gorgeous? How dare you?" And you know it's a bunch of black folks in this audience. How dare you make me look at the cotton field and be like, "It's so beautiful." It ain't. But she filmed it so beautifully. So, and plus she's the first woman of color to be nominated for this. I believe she's indigenous. Is she Native American?
Yeah, she is the very first woman of person of color. I think it said, did we read, was it person of color or woman of color?
I thought it was woman of color.
Okay, she's the first. Oh, yeah, you're right. She's the first woman of color to ever be nominated, which is, and if she wins, it will make history as the first woman to ever win that award. And see, this is the thing that I was talking about earlier that irks me with the first. You mean to tell me men are just that much more talented with cinematography? Like, white people are just that much more, like, we ain't never had a person of color. And you know, when they say person of color, we ain't talking about black. We just mean a person. Right. We mean Asian. You mean to tell me ain't no Asian person been good enough to win?
I looked at the last name.
Hispanic person been good enough to win. No indigenous person. No Middle Eastern person. Like, nobody but the whites have been good enough to win best. Y'all get this out my face. Like, see, that's the shit I be talking about.
Now I gotta look it up. I think that was one of the things that she is.
Because I know I had a slide for it. I just can't remember if it said first woman of color or first person of color. I think more than likely it makes more sense that she would be the first woman of color.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, she is the first, but I was trying to see what her
her nationality.
Okay, that's what I thought. So she's half Filipino and half African American Creole.
Oh, I didn't know she had some Negro in her.
Okay, let me look at her face. Okay, I can see it. I can see a little bit. I can see a little taste. You know, when you look at it.
I saw a lot of interviews with her because I thought the cinematography was astounding. I ain't seen no negress in there. I didn't know she had no kind of. You know what? Sister girl, we not you, sister girl, but sister girl who did the cinematography, we here now, baby. I didn't know. You know what? I'm gonna take this win for us too, because you know I'm not on the train of grouping everybody with people of color. I feel like, baby, we black. We ain't in the group with us. But if she win, baby, we in the group. I'm gonna count that as a win for us.
Okay, girl. But yeah, I think she'll win.
Yeah, now that is the one to. If Michael B. Jordan don't win, if Ryan Coogler don't win for Ryan, I don't think those are snubs. This is a snub. Because a
Yeah.
snub to me means you are better in this category by a landslide than the others. Not just you were great and the others were great. This is a snub. If she don't win,
Yeah.
that's a snub.
Mhm.
Nominees for production design. I love production design. Love, love, love. I don't know how people be doing that job because it's too much. Like, I'm not one for little teeny minute details. And you got to put a book on the table and you got to put the drapes up and got to make the whole damn. I don't even care for this movie, but if we're only basing this on production design, I would have to go with Frankenstein, honestly.
Mhm.
To have a period piece really bring everything to life, I would put it in the way it looks, the like the house they had, that ship. If I'm not mistaken, they had to build like that whole set with the ship and all. I would give it to Frankenstein.
Mhm.
That's my opinion, just unbiased. But I would want Sinners to win. Sinners also had great, and it's a black woman. I know that off rip because if I'm not mistaken, oh no, was it the production design? No, costume design was a black woman. I'm mixing that up. But anyway, I don't think this would be a snub because I would say Frankenstein, Hamnet, and Sinners are kind of neck and neck as far as how good the production design is. So no matter who takes it, to me, it's not a snub when y'all are very neck and neck. It's only a snub if it's like a landslide different. So either one of those would be a good one. But I would personally say I think it should go to Frankenstein. Who do you think?
I think also side note, you said Frankenstein is a period piece. So is Sinners.
True.
Oh, it's not.
I guess because Frankenstein went a little further back that I was
Right,
like,
right.
but you're right. You're
it's
right.
period,
Sinners is a
period.
period piece.
Um,
And they did capture the period very well.
yeah, yeah. Because I feel like you make a really good argument with Frankenstein. When capturing that time period. Um,
Oh, and they also had to build the sets and Sinners. I was
right.
watching some about that. They had to build a juke joint. So it was also a lot of see, this is hard. I'm
That's
sorry, you
why
go
I'm
ahead.
like, because I really want to say, I want to, I kind of want to say Sinners, but I don't want to feel like I'm being biased. But um, there was a lot of attention to detail, like you said, those little small things that showed up in Sinners. But maybe Frankenstein might
Because
get
it's
this
like when you're
one.
talking production design, like you're literally talking the full visuals for the film,
Right.
the textures, how they built the sets and the juke joint,
Mhm.
and like literally it's everything visually, the set locations. To me, I just like Frank, and I don't even like that fucking movies. But if we're just talking production design, but again, I don't think it would be a snuff. I would not be shocked if Sinners, like I would say, oh yeah, Sinners deserved it. You know what I mean? But
Mhm. Mhm.
this is a
Yeah.
hard category to me.
Yeah. 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 But I think they'll probably give it to. I think they'll give it to Sinners, but I could see Frankenstein winning it though. I mean, yeah, I could. I feel like Frankenstein probably should, but I think they'll give it to Sinners. Is what I'm trying to say.
Child, what happened if they give it to Marty Supreme? I'm like, if y'all get the hell out of here.
Listen, watch Marty Supreme sweep I'm saying Grammys to the Oscars. Everybody gonna be like, now what the hell going on here? You just
Because
came out
let's
at the
not act like that hasn't happened historically with the Oscars.
yeah,
Everybody be like, oh, this is sure to win. And then some other movie come in and sweep and get everything. We be
right.
like, what the? Who even
Yeah.
saw? We be like, Sister Girl was earlier. Who even saw that movie?
Yeah.
Because, baby, who even saw Marty Supreme? I'm so
Listen,
sorry.
because Marty Supreme and One Battle After Another, to me, those two films are the perfect example of Oscar bait. The
Yeah.
week they released it, what was going on, it just all was. As soon as those movies came out, I said Oscar bait, Oscar bait. And then when the Golden Globes came, I said, I knew it. This is what this is. So I wouldn't be surprised if Marty Supreme runs the gamut. Up and through here.
You know what? This is so funny. This is what you were talking about earlier, where the clear Oscar bait. Rock was trying to get that. This was his turn in his career. This was his, I'm not doing blockbusters, take me serious as an actor
he
turn.
He lost weight and all that.
He ain't getting out one nominated. That movie ain't nominated for best shoes. Like, it ain't nominated for
Not best shoes.
It literally. Yes, Sinners is a period piece. It absolutely is. Because Wicked got 0 noms, Frankenstein will take the crafts. I can see that happening.
I feel like that's a fair argument for sure.
Yeah.
Because
the Marty Supreme sweep is imminent. What's that?
I fear that's true.
Yeah. All I know is I'm going to be aggravated if I wake up the day after the Oscars and black folk is upset because Sinners ain't win. Like, y'all, and I mean, Delroy Lindo should be an example. That man is 70 some odd years old. He done had. Delroy Lindo is a motherfucking legend. This is his first time ever even being nominated. Even being like, come on now, black folk. Like, we know what kind of institution this is. If black people win, great. But I don't want to hear nobody upset. Because I could have sworn look, child, I ain't got time.
That was like the Target swag bags when we were supposed to be boycotting Target, and then people was mad at the swag bag, and we was like, you ain't supposed to be in there no way. So why are you mad at the swag bag? You ain't supposed to be at Target. The hell is you talking about? Same thing.
You know what? I got people around me. I was side eyeing because they were still shopping at Target, and I was just like, I see you, brother. I see you.
I ain't been to a Target. They better go on.
Delroy is a legend. You hear me? And see, that's the thing when I talk about, like, I don't take the Oscars seriously. I'm 100% happy that Delroy Lindo is getting that. To me, that's really what it is. Like, you're getting a recognition. But in my humble opinion, if I'm Delroy Lindo, I don't need to. Like, I'm motherfucking Delroy Lindo. I was in motherfucking Crooklyn. I was in the Five Bloods. Like, Delroy Lindo been killing it. And let's not snub Delroy Lindo in The Core. That's my motherfucking movie. And that was a motherfucking performance, okay?
Period.
Nominees for sound. Now, this is something I ain't educated on really at all. Child, the sound, you know how many times I see a movie and people complain about the sound? I'm like, oh, it was fine to me. Like, I don't know shit about it. If I could hear it, it's good sound. Like, I don't have nothing when it comes to sound. Child, I guess Sinner sounded good. Like, the only one really I ain't see is F1, but I'm like, I don't know shit about no sound, bro. Like, I don't know shit. So this category, just give it to Sinners, child. Just give Sinners, because I know y'all ain't really finna give Sinners the prestige. Just give it to Sinners for the sound. What you think, sister girl?
I don't know, because I don't know what they be looking for.
That's what I was like, what the sound? Like, how are you not like what? Now I understand sound editing, but this doesn't. But this just says sound. I'm like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah. So I think based on maybe what my perception is of what they're going off of, I would think maybe F1 might win, because again, the cars going at the speed that they're going and trying to record that and trying to elevate the sound without it drowning out. So I feel like there was maybe some technical aspect to how they filmed F1, and how the sound played into the effectiveness of the film. So I would probably go with F1 in terms of sound. But I don't know what this Surat is, but they'll probably give it to that film. It feels foreign. So they're going to give it to that film.
You know what? I feel like you might secretly be on the Oscar board because it's a Spanish film. You be in tune, because you know what, you're right. That's how I be. And you be seeing all the foreign people hop on stage, and you be like, who even is this?
Mhm.
What movie is like?
Yeah. Because you be like, you'll switch because the Oscar's long as hell. So you're going to change the channel right quick. Then you go back and somebody on stage speaking another language. Oh, what category was this? Oh, okay.
It's actually a good movie, but I didn't get to finish it. I was actually watching it on bootleg.
Oh.
And the what do you call it? The subtitles was janky, so I had to cut it off. But that ish was it was good. But I couldn't really watch it.
Child.
But yo, I forgot. That's what I'm saying. Delroy Lindo done been in so much. I forgot he was in Romeo Must Die.
Now we
When
got
his
you,
son came up to him and he was like, "Boy, I beat the black off you." Yo, shout out to Delroy motherfucking Lindo. Shout out to Delroy Lindo. The category was originally split. See, I understand sound mixing and sound editing because that's not an easy feat. Like you said with F1, when you go in to actually mix the sound and you have to have the levels a certain way, now that's bad sound editing. You know how you watch something on TV and all of a sudden it's super loud, and then all of a sudden it's super low? That's horrible. But that's why I was like, this doesn't say sound editing. That's why I was kind of confused on like what that even is supposed to mean. But
And child, not they mixed it, put the two categories together and said, child, just call it sound. Just call it sound. They couldn't give it like nominee for best technical sound design. No, just sound. Just give it a sound.
Nominees for costume design. This is the lady I was thinking of when we talked about production design. Ruth E. Carter was the first Black woman to win an Oscar for best costume design. She is very famous.
Yeah.
Best costume design, Sinners, Marty Supreme. What is Avatar here? Ain't they just in blue suits? Like, what was the... Get the fuck out of here. Frankenstein, Hamnet. I'm familiar with all these movies. Now, I haven't seen Marty Supreme. I obviously haven't seen Avatar. Costume design.
Did you say Hamlet, they was just in helmets?
The actors was in helmets, but I mean like the actual, and then because you know they got to do the take. But the people in the theater, ain't they like soldiers and blue people? Like, what gets the costume? I don't know, child. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't even get Avatar out of here. I think Frankenstein, Hamnet, and Sinners to me are in the forefront. Mm-hmm. But bias, I want Ruth Carter to win. Like, give it to the Black lady again. And she did eat down in Sinners. And I saw so much behind the scenes stuff with a lot of these like nominated movies. The detail she put into with the costumes and how she dressed everybody to like fit the character, even the color of the little handkerchief in the twin pocket, like that. Give it to her. Mm-hmm. Give it to her. Mm-hmm. But like I said, costume, Hamnet, Frankenstein. Now I will say Hamnet, in my personal opinion, costume is kind of boring, but that's just because that's not my judge. But unbiased, I would say Hamnet, Frankenstein, and Sinners. But I would say give it to Sinners. Give it to Sinners.
Yeah. Ruth E. Carter, hands down. That's my answer. Give it to her every time. 10 out of 10.
And she dressed everybody in all the extras, baby. Give it to her.
Period.
That's who you're going with too.
Absolutely. Not even a question. Yeah. Ruth E. Carter.
Now, if they say, and the nominees for costume design and the winner is, if them niggas say Avatar or Marty Supreme, I'm slapping fire at some. I just told y'all not to be upset.
For Avatar, Fire and Ash.
I literally just told Black folk not to be upset, but I would be upset and it ain't even about Black people winning. If Avatar or if y'all niggas forgot to get out of here. Nominees for casting. This is a big one to me. I talk a lot about casting and people not being cast right. Just because the actor is talented doesn't mean they were good casting. Sure. I am very, very big on casting. Hamnet, Marty Supreme, The Secret Agent, Sinners, One Battle After Another. For casting, to me, is not just a standout actor. It's the ensemble. You literally cast this whole thing to the T. I'm going to have to say, honestly, I don't like the movie, but I would have given it to One Battle After Another if it weren't for Tiana Taylor. Ooh. And I know a lot of people like Chase Infinity. I don't think that was great casting. I'm so sorry. Nice young lady. No disrespect to her. I would give it to Sinners because if we're talking about casting, the ensemble. Even baby trying to buy his drink with a wooden nickel. Every actor did they motherfucking like every actor was killing it. I would give casting to Sinners. They really, and I love the casting with Sinners because we didn't just go try to find top billed A-list actors. We found new talent. And I feel like that is the eye of a great casting director. When you can be the one to pluck somebody out and say, this is a star. This is an actor. You don't just go to, it's easy as a casting director to just call motherfucking Tom Cruise. Like, it's easy to call established stars. But when I ain't never seen, obviously, Miles Canton. I've never seen Baby that was cheating on her husband with him. Like, I wasn't very familiar with some of these people. And even my baby playing Cornbread, I like him. I've seen him for the last 20 years, but that's not a top billed star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would give it to Sinners. What do you think?
Yeah, you said something that I was going to say too, and I agree. That like with one battle after another, it felt like let's get all of like the big players, because you got Sean Penn and Leonardo DiCaprio in one film. That's crazy.
And Benicio del Toro, yeah.
I forgot. Yes. So, I feel like, yes, it's easy to to cast like the big names, but when you can get the people who aren't as well known as they should be and they just bring it all together. I feel like the casting for Sinners was just it was on point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like Delroy Lindo, I say it all the time and I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't give a damn that he was born over there across the pond and he of Jamaican ancestry. Delroy Lindo was born in Mississippi and he's a Black American and I don't give a damn. And he's ours, and that's just what it is. That's Uncle Delroy. And I feel like watching him in Sinners, I was like, yeah, that's Uncle Delroy from the Mississippi, from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Yeah, absolutely. So the casting for Sinners to me was damn near perfect. I can't think of any other actor I probably would have swapped out for anybody else. Although people have their opinions about it, I feel like 10 out of 10. I don't know about the rest of these fools.
Yeah. And even the people in Sinners, because it's not just finding new talent. Like, we know, I'm probably going to say her name wrong. No, this Wumi Saka. I don't know how to say her name. Delroy, Baby playing Cornbread. But those aren't A-list actors.
Right.
Those aren't big names like a Leo or a Sean Penn. Like that, I feel like that really went in and was like, let's get some top talent. Let's not worry about the name. Michael B. Jordan is really the only big name in Sinners. And yes, baby, I have literally been seeing the actor playing Cornbread. I don't know his name.
Don't know his name, child. It's Cornbread now. Unfortunately.
And speaking of Delroy being from across the pond, that's something else I didn't cover. Wumi Saka and Delroy being nominated, I think they said that breaks like a 40-year streak of no Brits ever being nominated for like 40 years.
What?
Yeah, and they Black.
Right.
Nominees for original song. Now, this is going to be a controversial category because it was controversial at the Golden Globes. I really don't know none of these songs. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Flip the slide. Because I'm like, what we looking at? It's still on casting. It's all on casting.
It done changed the nominees for original song. Did it change for you?
No.
Oh, it done change. Oh Lord, something done glitched because it's changed for me.
There it is.
Okay, so it looks like it's some kind of delay. Nominees for original song. I do know Diane Warren, that hater, was hating on Beyonce. That is the most nominated for original song at the Oscars, and baby ain't never won. See, you never win when you play dirty, in the words of Nene Leakes.
Right.
I don't know Dear Me. I don't know Golden from the K-pop Demon movie.
Oh, well.
I don't know Sweet Dreams of Joy. I know Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. I know that song. I don't know Train Dreams. I literally only know I Lied to You from Sinners. But all the music in Sinners is great songs.
Yeah, Ludwig did his thing.
Yeah, this is the one category that I don't know nothing but one. I Lied to You. Now, do I think Sinners will win for original song. I do not. I think the K-pop song gonna probably take it again. What do you think? Are you even familiar with any of these songs?
Just I lied to you.
See, me too.
Um, yeah, I don't know about the rest of these songs, child. I had to look. So from what now? Where? Whatever. Yeah, I don't know about none of that. Um, yeah. And I didn't see the K-pop Demon Hunters thing either.
I didn't
Um,
either.
so I think I lied to you personally. I think it's gonna win because again they've been all on TV performing it. Raphael and I want Raphael Sadiq to win an
Oh
Oscar.
yeah, would love
Period.
for him to get an Oscar.
Yes, and Ludwig in this score on this. I know this ain't score. This is the original song, but he put his foot in the score of this movie. Give him
Yeah,
his things twice. Okay, so I'm going with I lied to you.
I Lied to You is memorable because of the scene. The song is just mid. I mean, I've never heard the song outside of the movie, so I can't say. But I
I
mean,
know what it
fair.
ain't. It ain't. You know it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to
Now
get the
that song
cash
was
of
fly outside of the
the
scene.
wind. For the Cadillac. I didn't know Taraji P Henson was the one really singing that. That
Yep,
threw
yep.
me for a loop. I said, okay, good.
I think Golden might win just because of K-pop popularity. Nominees for
Right.
original screenplay: Blue Moon, It Was an Accident. Oh, It Was an Accident. Marty Supreme, Sinner, Sentimental Value. I want to see It Was an Accident so freaking bad, but I've been waiting for the rental cost to go down because it's a foreign film, and I hate trying to see a foreign film on bootleg. I told y'all what happened when I was trying to see. The dang subtitles don't ever be right, and I've been waiting for the price to lower for so I can rent. It Was Just an Accident. That movie looks so motherfucking good, and I'm so mad that I can't really judge it in this because I haven't had a chance to see it. But unbiased, if we're just talking about original screenplay, we're just talking about writing. I personally feel like I would give it to Sinners. I even love the way there, and I would love to see how this read on the page. A standout moment to me when we talk about the writing was actually Delroy Lindo riding in the car with Smoke and Miles Canton character or Stack, whichever child. I don't know if it was Smoke Stack. Y'all know what I'm saying. And he was telling a story about when they were singing for the white people, and then Buddy showed his money. And that a lot of people argue Sinners isn't a horror film. That one scene is motherfucking horror, if you ask me. Like I
Mm,
feel like that scene literally gave me chills. And it was
mm-hmm.
that's just such good writing. And with Delroy Lindo delivering it, because we don't even visually see the story he's telling us.
Mm-mm.
Just hearing him tell that story, and I know this isn't a part of screenplay, but also having that faint sound of like the scream and the like, oh my god. Um, is vampires and we locked in a place, is that original? No, but if we're just talking about like the writing, how he did the story, I personally feel like it should go to Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
And notice how only Ryan Coogler and Buddy, who wrote Blue Moon, wrote their scripts by themselves. Everybody else got co-writers. So for Ryan to sit down and write his script by himself and really bring all these characters to life and really move the story the way he did, I mean, I would say Ryan. Now, do I think a Negro is going to take it? Look,
I think he will.
black people have been able to win best writing. We said
Mm-hmm.
earlier, black person won best writing for Moonlight, Black Klansman, Get Out. It has happened. It don't happen a lot, but it has happened.
Mm-hmm.
But do I think? I mean, y'all know I'm pessimistic. I really don't think Sinners is nominated for 16. I think they might win 2 or 3, and I think it's going to be technical wins like costume or production design. Do I think Ryan is going to win for Sinners? I mean, I don't, but I don't really have faith in this establishment when it comes to awarding black people. I think Sentimental Value or Marty Supreme might win. What do you think? I mean, I think Sinners should win, but I don't. What you think?
Okay, well, the slide is still on the original song.
Now, see,
But
why is yours not moving? Because mine has moved.
I don't know, but it's there now.
Is there now?
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know. It's
Um,
lagging.
so I will say, I don't just for me, I'm gonna go with Sinners. Best original screenplay. I've been screaming that since Sinners came out. I
Oh,
say
wow,
I don't
okay.
give a damn what is going up against. Sinners better win because I mean, yes, we've seen vampire films before, but it's not just the vampire movie. It's about the blues. It's about generational trauma. It's about racism. It's about all kinds of different things. And so I think Sinners needs to win for best original screenplay. Period. Period. Point blank.
And I mean, the fact that Ryan wrote in there for Baby to spit in Michael B. Jordan's mouth, I mean, that should get him the Oscar right there.
That should disqualify him from this. That's where you lost me, Ryan. That's where you lost me, buddy.
They
Yeah.
what?
No, go ahead. I was gonna say something. I know you're about to read that. The
They
chat.
wanted to drag Sinners down by comparing it to that Quentin movie. Now, hold on now, Danny. Because what we not gonna do is drag From Dusk Till Dawn, because that's a motherfucking classic. That's what we not gonna do,
But
okay?
Danny right though. But Danny right though.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Danny is right though.
I saw From Dusk Till Dawn as a child in the theater. I love it to this day. That is a phenomenal. We're not finna drag down a classic. We don't have to drag down one baddie to uplift another, okay?
I dragged down one baddie to uplift another. Yeah. What I was gonna say is you were talking about Delroy Lindo's performance in Sinners, and I was gonna say in that car scene, the fact that the whole part after he tells his story, he starts humming and tells Sammy to play the guitar was ad libbed is crazy. When I found that out, I said, "Excuse me, what do you mean? You just ad lib that? If y'all don't get this man an award today, I'm gonna do like the World Cup, the FIFA people did with Trump. I'm gonna make up an award and I'm gonna send it to Delroy. It's gonna be called the "If you don't get this man this award," and I'm gonna send it to him because that don't make no sense. That is amazing. Oh, and here he is, best supporting role, Delroy, Uncle Delroy. Period.
Nominees for actor in a supporting role: Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another; Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein; Delroy Lindo, Sinners; Sean Penn, One Battle After Another; Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I got a bias towards any of them little kids from that damn TV show. What's that show that Jacob and the blonde girl is from? Oh, with them
Jacob.
kids hunching in high school. What's the
Oh,
show?
Euphoria.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I got a bias towards anybody from the Euphoria. I don't take none of them actors serious. I am so sorry. It reminds me of back in the day when I didn't take none of them actors from Twilight serious. Like,
Oh,
just because to me it's just teeny bopper stuff. So I don't really take them serious as an actor. And I mean, he did good as the Frankenstein monster, but was I blown away? Did I think it was phenomenal? No, I didn't. The only reason I wouldn't say Benicio del Toro, and I don't know what constitutes as far as screen time. I don't think Benicio del Toro was on screen enough. Like, he was great. I love when he get arrested and he doing his little cha-cha dance when they telling him to put his hands up. I love Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another, but I wouldn't give it to him. He just wasn't there long enough, didn't make a big enough impact, not compared to some of the others. Sean Penn, despicable character. But Sean Penn, now that was somebody who made the impact. I feel like, and Sean Penn is obviously,
I'm
y'all,
Sean
come
Penn.
on now.
Mhm.
Y'all. Like,
Sean Penn is Sean Penn.
Mystic
Yeah.
River, is
Yeah.
that my daughter
Oh
in
my
that?
God. I can see it in my face. I mean, in my head right now. That's all I
Like,
can
we
see when I
know
think Sean
Sean Penn
Penn.
can act down. He has a long career of meaty roles, but I have never seen Sean Penn the way I saw. The way his mannerisms were, the way he walked, the way he talked, the way he had that tight ass shirt on, the way his facial expression, I thought he killed this role. And I don't even like that movie, but if we're just talking performance, I wouldn't be mad if Sean Penn took it. I love Daddy Skarsgård, love Stellan Skarsgård. I wouldn't be mad if he took it. Delroy Lindo. From the moment I saw Sinners, I thought Delroy Lindo was a standout. And that's unbiased. That's taking out how much I love him in general. Just in watching Sinners, he felt like a standout. I thought he was shining like he was the lead. Like he was shining in every scene he was in.
Mm-hmm.
So I would personally lean towards Sean Penn or Delroy Lindo. But Sean Penn he done got his accolades. For Delroy Lindo to be 70, 72 years old, and this is his first time ever even being nominated, I think Delroy deserves to finally get his flowers and to get his Here You Go, Shut Up award.
Right.
So
Here,
I want
damn.
Delroy to win.
Yeah.
Do I think Delroy will win? Honestly, I do. Like, we know the Academy is good for a here, like you finally got it after so long. Even with white actors, it's white actors who don't get that award until really late. The Oscars is good to finally give you an award very late in your career. I do think I do think Delroy Lindo is a true contender, and we saw earlier, black men tend to really sweep in the best supporting actor category at the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. When I said Sinners is nominated for 16, and I think they probably get maybe 3, I really feel like Delroy is a good contender.
Mm-hmm.
If they get that shit to Jacob, I'm sorry, I'm gonna smack fire at everybody. And that, I don't
Mm-hmm.
even care about Delroy not winning, but he better not lose to Jacob.
Right.
Don't play in my face.
Mm-hmm.
But I really can see Sean Penn or Delroy Lindo. I don't think it would be a snub. I think both of them had roles that were supporting, but they really like stole the movie. But I want Delroy to get it. But Sean
Yeah.
Penn or Delroy, who you got?
Mm. Yeah, I already said who I got. Uncle Delroy. And also, and when you were saying like the amount of black men that have won for a supporting role, I think that also will factor into the Academy like voting for him to win because there are a lot of black men that have won that award, and I believe that's how they make up the voting members or the people who won previously, and I think that will tilt the scales a little bit for him. Because they're gonna be like, that's especially Denzel. He won the voting members, and that's his homeboy. Now wait a minute, now y'all gonna give my boy this award. So not only does he deserve it, but I think they're gonna really fight for him to get it.
The Academy loves that's what like and that's what I'm saying. Not even just black actors, the Oscars is very known for finally giving an award later in a career. So I think it is a lot in favor of Delroy actually being able to get this. I love Sean Penn, phenomenal actor. I agree. I don't think Sean Penn deserves to win for Milk. And see, that's why I said I could have sworn we don't even take awards really serious like that no more, because we know it never matches what the audience thinks. Off topic, sister girl, are you going to do one of them days?
I hadn't planned on it, Tito. I'm not opposed to it though, but I wasn't that taken aback by that film when I went to go see it. But if that's something y'all want me to do a reaction to, I could do it.
I would not be mad at Daddy Skarsgård getting it, but if they give it to that little twiggy white boy Jacob, nah. And I already think the Oscars is a joke, but they gonna be a Chris Rock if they get no.
They might give it to him, child.
Jacob, please give it to Stellan. Please give it to Sean Penn. Baby, give it to Benicio. Don't give it to Jacob. Like,
And now
no.
looking at this list, you got Benicio. Delroy Lindo, Sean Penn, and Stellan Skarsgård. Jacob combined, they have like 1,000 times more. How is he in this category? As I'm looking at the names of the other actors,
Because he played a damn monster. Like, if y'all don't get the fuck out of here.
Chad, I just thought about that. I mean, bless his heart. Shout out to him. Shout out to Gen Z. I don't know.
Child,
Is he Gen Z?
I ain't.
I don't know.
You know what? See, I'm about to. No, I don't want to scare the white folk off if they in the audience. So let me not even get into Jacob. Let me.
That's crazy.
As long as Sinners wins Best Cinematography, Best Song, and Best Picture, I'm good. Oh, I really doubt they win Best Picture. Oh, I really doubt that. I could see them winning cinematography. I didn't see Sentimental Value, but I did watch like what do you call it? When they like kind of collage together, stand out like moments. and he did amazing. That's actually off topic. I just will finally watch Adolescence. Have you seen that?
Oh no, I've been avoiding it.
Oh, why you avoiding it?
I don't know. I don't know. That's the
I
one about
was
the
avoiding
little
it
boy, right?
because, huh?
Is that the one with the little boy? Am I thinking about the right
Yeah,
movie?
he like kills another little girl.
Yeah, yeah. I've been avoiding it. Yeah. But I
See,
hear it's
I
good
was
though.
avoiding it because typically, if it's not horror, thriller, suspense, if it ain't murder, mayhem, I don't typically go like that. Is like drama. That's not really my bag. But the way I said, I just saw like I don't know what you call it. You know how they put videos together that's like just standout moments from something.
Mhm.
When Baby ended up being the youngest person to ever win that Golden Globe, he won for Adolescence. I saw somebody put together, and I was like, "Oh, let me watch it." It was one scene. I didn't even watch the whole video. It showed a scene where he was like, "You don't fucking tell me. Look at me now." I was like, "This little nigga acting like." That's what made me want to watch it. That little. Oh, I said, oh, "Okay, he won for this scene." Okay, I got it. Like sometimes if you watch, because sometimes I'll watch stuff like that if I'm not interested in the movie, but then it make you want to watch it.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all got so much hope that a black person gonna win when black people don't usually win. But you know what? I love that for y'all. I really love that for you. I love that y'all are so hopeful and positive. I really truly love that for y'all. Al Pacino won for that movie where he was blind that no one remembers instead of the one of his iconic roles. I was finna try and prove you wrong, but I can't. Sin of a Woman. There, I was able to prove you wrong. We remember the movie, Sin of a Woman.
I
And I
didn't.
remember watching that movie, and I do agree. If I was going to award Al Pacino, it wouldn't be Sin of a Woman. It'd be one of the movies where he was yelling and being all intense. Props to Delroy Lindo getting a nomination before Danny Glover. See, that's why I said I don't know why we even take this stuff serious. Like, we have so many great, illustrious actors who have never won or been nominated for an Oscar. I still blows my mind. Samuel Jackson ain't never won an Oscar. Now, I don't know if he's ever been nominated, but he ain't never won. Baby, that's motherfucking Samuel Jackson.
Because for A Time to Kill, he should
yes, they
have.
deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Yes, give him his things. Shit.
He should have got the Oscar for that speech.
Period. Such a good performance.
No, you know what he should have got the Oscar for? That speech, and when Matthew McConaughey come to his cell and he say, "You like them, Jake? That's why I picked you." Like, come on, yo, put some respect on Samuel.
Mm-hmm. Jungle was the Jungle Fever. Mama, I smoked the TV. I love.
Not you want him to win an Oscar for playing a crackhead.
Mama, he came in the house dancing. Mama, I smoked the TV. Such a good actor.
If they was mad that Denzel won for playing a crooked cop, oh, they'll really be mad if you give it to Buddy for playing a crackhead. Okay, nominees for original score. Has the slide changed for you?
Yeah.
Okay, nominees for original score. Now, score is something I feel like a score can really make or break. Like a score, now that's something that is very high on the scale to me when I watch a movie. A score can really make or break a movie. It can really set the tone and make or break a scene. I'm so into the score of a movie. Bugonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinner. Give that to Sinners. Now this, Ryan Coogler, college buddy, white boy, yo, give it to him. Now, when it comes to me as an audience, you know, everybody got your little things, right, that you look for.
Mm-hmm.
The score is literally high on the Richter scale for me. I cannot like a movie and love the score. Like, I be like, oh, you know what? They did that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to Sinners.
Yeah, period.
I don't even see a runner-up. Like, now this is one for me. Sinners is far above. What do you think?
Oh, Sinners. Ludwig, when they played that little 3 chord as Annie was flicking the match. There were the guitar riff that happens at the end, that the like the heavy metal influence in the film. I love. Um he scored the hell out this movie. He scored the hell out this movie. And again, that's one of those things when I first saw it, and I was like, if they don't win original score, I'm fighting because there's no reason why they should not win. It scored beautifully, and like you said, even like when they're in the car scene and like the little sounds, of him telling the story without the visuals, but you can hear it. That's part of the scoring of the film. Like it's beautiful. Just I don't know what these other clowns got going on. Sinners, period. Now this
Not
would be a
these other
snub.
clowns.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Do classical music and rock music with one better than another child. I don't care what hear that.
And I found the score in Frankenstein. I actually found it to be really subpar. Sam Jackson and Changing Lanes was another Changing Lanes with Samuel L. Jackson and my man Ben Affleck. Now that's a throwback. That's a throwback. Okay, I don't know how many. Okay, I'm sure we get to
He
the end,
said, "I
child.
saw Begonia. There was music." So what are we scoring?
And I mean, the
What's
score
hilarious.
isn't just like music. Like when you watch a horror movie and you hear the little like that score, like the
Mhm.
sound of the movie is scoring the movie. Nominees for actress in a supporting role. I'm so sorry. Why forget Tiana Taylor? Like I feel like Tiana Taylor being here is disrespectful to black actresses everywhere, but whatever. Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value. Inga is daughter Liet. No disrespect, baby. I don't know how to say your name. Sentimental Value. Amy Magdan, Weapons. Woon Mi Musako. Sinners. Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Now, I would give it to Amy Magdan for Weapons. I would give it to Baby who was in Criminal Minds, in love with a serial killer, and now she in Weapons playing. I talk all the time about how we do not have enough great female horror villains in horror. We have so many male villains. We don't have enough female. And I think she came in, and I don't even care for Weapons. I don't go up for Weapons like a lot of people. I don't think that filmmaker is for me. But her performance, give it to Amy. Give it to Amy for the performance. Give it to Amy because horror really don't ever win. Give it to Amy. Runner up, Woonie Musaka. Give it to her. Give it to Amy or give it to Woonie. That's my two. That's the only two in this category that I would give. Baby, get Tiana Taylor up out of here. I love Tiana Taylor, but baby, get her up out of this category. Who you got?
Um, as soon as I saw Amy Madigan, I was like, Amy Madigan. But I would love for one me. I always say her name wrong too, so I feel you. I would love for her to win, but realistically, I think Tiana Taylor's gonna win.
Oh, fuck
But
no.
I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at her for winning. But I think she will win. Because she got the Golden Globe.
Oscar?
She got the Golden Globe, so I
They
think she'll
ain't never
win.
even gave Angela Bassett had to get an honor. They ain't never even awarded. And Tiana, I'm sorry. Go
Favor
ahead.
ain't fair, okay? I
I
think
just
she is
can't.
going to win. I think she will. Um, and if she
Alfred
does
Woodard
win,
ain't. Okay, I'm sorry. It's pissing me off if she win over the countless. But go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I say it, I was gonna say if she does win, I think there will be a lot of discourse. I hate how I pronounce that. Um,
You pronounced it normal.
and it sounded weird coming out. I was like,
It
"Ugh, is
did
that how
sound
that
weird.
word is pronounced?" But I think there will be a lot of discussion about her winning and how her character was portrayed in that film. And it goes back to the Holly Berry in Monsters Ball. This discussion of like black women have to, sleep with the white man to win an award, at these
Hey, she
things.
slept with two.
So and then and here we go. So I hate that when she does win, because I think she's gonna win. I hate that that will be her win will be overshadowed by that conversation, because I think it's a fair critique, but I think it also really dims the light on those actresses and their performances. But I would like to see either Amy or one. I'm gonna learn how to say her damn name. I'm sorry,
Wunmi?
sister. One me. I'm probably putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. It's probably what's happening. So
I'm glad she kept her Korean name, but God, I can't pronounce it. But was I the only person who got that joke? Because the Koreans, they don't go by their Korean name. They have like an Americanized name.
mhm. Mhm. No, when you said that, I was like, "She was Korean?" I was that was
No,
that I was like, I was shocked. I was like, "Now wait a
because
minute."
Korean people, they'll be like, "My name's Susie." That's like, bitch, you Korean. That is not your. They don't go by their Korean. They Americanized. Anyway, all the jokes don't land. But I actually don't agree with that commentary. Like everybody talking about, oh, Tiana, she was just an oversexual black. It's some oversexual black women. Like I
Mhm.
don't like the narrative that one black performance is like all of us. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like when
Mhm.
white people play a certain character, nobody says, "Oh, they're representing all white people." Like I don't look at a movie like One Battle After Another and say, and I wasn't even like, I feel like that movie made me feel very uncomfortable. But that's fine. Like we can see black people depicted in a lot of different ways because one black person don't. That's not all of us. Like I feel like we need
Mhm.
to really get away from that. I am not for Tiana Taylor winning because especially in the world of acting, I just feel like I wanted to go to these actresses that have been grinding the fuck out for years. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I don't, and even with Jacob Elordi, I said that's what I said about him. Like, don't give it to the newbie, don't give it to the fresh meat. Like, give it to, especially when you talk about a black actor. How many chances do black actresses get? How many times will Wumi have to be in a position like this? She has
Mhm.
been working her ass. She should have got the Oscar for His House. Like, she been working. Like, that's why I'm like, Tiana Young, fresh. She got time. She done been successful in music. Like, she done got flowers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just
Yeah.
like, and plus, I just don't think she that good of an actress. But I wanted to go to people that have been working. Somebody like a Amy, that lady been grinding. She's somebody else that's like a Delroy Lindo who's getting, recognition in an older age. How many more times will Amy get a role? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like give it
Mhm.
to those actors that really was like busting tables and grinding and trying to be an actor. Like, that's just my opinion. When you talk about something like this, like, give it to those people. Plus, I just don't think Tiana was that great. Like, she was fine, but that's just my opinion. White imperialism really did a number on the motherfucking world. Because when I was like, wait a minute, Koreans don't go. I'm talking about. I was like, Koreans don't go by their Korean name. Like, why is you telling people your name is John? That is not your name, buddy. But that's why I love people like Wumi, who like, no, don't Americanize, don't try to change your name to get a job. I love when they're like, no, I'm sticking with my God-given name, whether it's your Korean name. I just like to say Korean name because it was funny to me when I found that out. So I be calling everybody
Lord.
like real name, their Korean name. Viola Davis should have won lead for Fences, not supporting. I could see that being supporting. Her in there with Denzel. I think they snubbed Viola for Ma Rainey's Bottom, if I'm remembering correctly. Y'all, she not Korean.
It's like, Korean? Wait a minute. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know it's black people, black Korean folk. You know what I'm saying? That's a race, not a nationality. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a
So
nationality,
I
not a
was
race.
saying it right. I said Woon. Wait, Woon. Look, shut up.
Wound me, wound me.
Woon. And you know what? I actually feel like it is highly, highly disrespectful to like say people's name wrong. If I knew
Mhm.
the person in real life, I would make sure they like enunciate and say it for me so I could say it right. But I don't know this lady. I only ever really like read her name or hear other people say it, and I know, and they be saying it wrong. So I don't really know how to say it, and I
Wound
hate that.
me,
I do think
wound
that's
me.
disrespectful.
The U is throwing me off. Wound me, Musaki,
Yeah, that it's like the
Musa.
you. and then it's like a NMI, and I'm like, how do you
Yeah.
enunciate this?
Yeah, let me call her and figure it out. Like,
I'm
how to
just
say
a
your name?
country. I'm just a country black girl. I don't know how to say this stuff.
I'm
Now, if
trying.
your name Tahishika, I could say that.
Not that he should go.
I actually went to school with a girl named Tahishika. Hell nah. For what? Anyone other than Tiana, please. You know what? I kind of agree with you though. I think we probably will see Tiana crying up on the damn Oscar stage, like motherfucker.
She's gonna win.
The white girl last year stripped. Yeah, that was a very, very, very what's her name? We just saw Emma Stone for Best Actress. Yeah. Hey, everybody thinks so. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Why was Chase Infinity not nominated? Because she wasn't very good. um, at least Haley's character had layers and there was more to her performance. Tiana's character just had sex for 30 minutes and then disappeared. It's actually not true. She was shooting a gun. She was running like Tom Cruise. She did more than Hunch. Tiana got as much range as Keanu. Yo, see, we not finna disrespect Keanu Reeves. No, he not a good actor, but I love Keanu. We not finna disrespect Keanu. Okay, nominees for makeup and hairstyling: Frankenstein. Now this one of the things you was talking about. I ain't never heard this movie. Kokuho. Sinners. Oh, The Rock movie got a nomination. The Smashing Machine. The Ugly Stepsister. Now, makeup and hairstyling, I wanted to go to The Ugly Stepsister. Give it to horror. But Frankenstein, Sinners, I think those will be good wins when we talk about makeup and hairstyling. Who do you got?
Let's see. Well, the slide isn't changed again on my side, so I don't remember who the
Now,
nominees
why
were.
hasn't it changed for you?
It's changed now, though.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna give it to the Smashing Machine just because this is the first time we saw it up here.
You want The Rock to go home with something?
Give him some, even though he ain't up here. They made him look rough, made him not look like The Rock.
True.
Yeah. So I'll just go. I don't really have a necessarily a dog in this fight. I think, obviously I'm biased again because I enjoy Sinners so much. But Frankenstein, the makeup for it was good. I think whenever it comes to like transformation films, those tend to be the front runners in
Ooh,
these.
you right.
So Frankenstein or the Smashing Machine, I think will probably take this one home.
And I went for The Ugly Stepsister because what they do to baby throughout that movie. But as much as I was disrespecting Jacob, whoever did the makeup and stuff for him as the Frankenstein, you know what? Oh, you're right. You know what? I think Frankenstein might take this. Oh, I would love for The Ugly Stepsister to win. I would love a win for horror, plus what they just did in the movie. But yeah, Frankenstein turned baby into a monster. And it's not just Jacob Elordi. It was like some other little test people that Frankenstein was trying to bring to life and reanimate before he makes Frankenstein. That's look. Or would that be considered effects? Okay, I'm getting confused now. But that is everything we have for the Oscars. Sinners, of course, has made history with 16 Academy Award nominations, which is the most nominations for a film in the history of the Oscars,
Period.
beating, I think, Titanic, which had 14 nominations in 16 categories. I vote Sinners will not take home any big awards, meaning Best Picture or Best Director. I think it does have a chance with Best Supporting Actor for Delroy Lindo. I think it has a chance on the technical aspect for score, for production design, for costume design. I don't see it sweeping. I'm sorry, y'all, black
Yeah.
folk, don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. No. No, no. Yeah, it's not gonna sweep. It's not gonna sweep at all. But I do think it has a strong, and speaking in spades terms, it got a strong 5 with a possible 6. That it could win, and I think, like you said, the technical ones, I think it'll get best original screenplay, and I think it will get best director. I do think they are gonna give it to Ryan Coogler for the plot. But I
You
think
know,
it'll win 5, 5, maybe a possible 6.
how many books you got?
Right.
5.
Right, and you better not cut. And you better not renege either. You sure you
I
got 5?
swear I hate playing spades like that. Like I feel like that's so stupid to like then you telling your hand. I don't know. I hate playing spades like that. The center sweep is not imminent. Hey, I agree with you. I don't know why people getting their hopes up. I
Yeah.
don't. Ryan Coogler has won 20 critics prizes in originals. That's the baby. That ain't Oscars. But you know what? I'm glad y'all got hope. I hope I'm wrong. Let him sweep because niggas ain't gonna ever see nothing like this again. The Oscars gonna say here. Now don't call us Oscars so white no more. We don't award it, y'all niggas. Leave us be.
Right.
But thank you so much to everybody who joined us for this impromptu live. We just suddenly popped up. We popped up at a different time. But thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank you, sister girl, for joining me for this.
Thank
This was a
you.
lot of fun.
Thank you,
I
thank
had
you.
fun, talking about the Oscars being so white and never nominate no fucking niggas for best director. That still blows my mind. That still blows my mind. But whatever. And you know what? If Ryan do win, I need him to get up on that stage and kick the Oscars in the nuts and say, y'all ain't ever gave this to a nigga before. But he ain't gonna do that. He gonna be real respectable and say thank you. But I really want him to call them the hell out because that makes me mad. But I will be here tomorrow night for my live doing a tier list ranking to finally wrap up all of my 2025 end of the year content. The last one we are doing tomorrow, I will be tier list ranking all of my first time watches of 2025. I had so many movies I saw for the first time. I saw Misery for the first time. I saw Set It Off for the first time. I got a lot of classics knocked off of my list that I wanted to finally see. So make sure you show up tomorrow as I tier list rank all of those. Sister girl, do you want to tell the people what you have coming up, how they can find you, support you, all the other good stuff?
Yes, yes. Well, I am over here on the YouTube, Sister Girl on Films. Right now I just uploaded my first time ever watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So that video is up coming up this week. God forbid the snowstorm we get. Hopefully it's not that crazy. If it is crazy, I might not have no power because that's how it works in my house. But hopefully I'm all good. And if so, I do plan to do a live watch along to the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1950 something version of it. So be on the lookout for that. And then I will have my episode 6 or 7. I don't know where we're at, but I Love New York season 2 reaction coming up. And then we got a couple other reactions. Chernobyl Diaries is coming up for a reaction on the channel, and possibly a review of The Rip. So that's what's coming up for me over on the channel. And thank you for having me, Nikki. This was a good time.
This was fun. Probably won't
Nope.
watch the Oscars.
JT.
I won't watch it either, baby. I just go to social media and see who won and see if black people are pissed off.
They're gonna be.
I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.